through it then.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think we are live.
How you doing, everybody? Hey,
Just-
Miskatonic Madman.
let's
Old
just
Man Bird.
check.
Oh, hang on a second, everybody. There.
There we
Sorry, I
go.
had to mute
Yes,
the
we're
TV.
definitely. No, we're live. We're good. I could hear you right there. And wow, yeah, Miskatonic Badman is here. And we're pretty. Yeah, we're just a few minutes late. We're just hello, Old Man Bird. Welcome. And cheers to you and PvP. You said Miskatonic was in here, didn't you, Rod?
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him up there earlier.
Oh,
Yep.
Old Man Bird and DJ Planice greeting each other. Y'all. Oh, excellent, DJ. Would you mind, Rod? Can you see that to read it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all. Now's a good time to share out the show. Send it to a friend, post a bump on your YouTube channel and on the community tab. Yeah. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that encouragement to DJ Planice. We appreciate that. And yeah, if it's your first time watching, welcome in. Absolutely. And yeah, if you like what you see, hit the like button. That always helps spread the word on the YouTubes. And hey, PvP, good to see you. We got some snow. I don't know if PvP got anywhere he was, but Rod, I woke up to 6 inches of snow and it looked like winter all over again. How about you?
Oh, you poor bastard. No, I'm actually moving closer and closer to spring.
Oh, nice. Well,
Yeah,
this
as a matter of fact, it's like +4 right now outside.
Okay, well, it's supposed to go up to that overnight, so hopefully we're gonna lose a lot of that because I'm ready for spring. Absolutely, Rod.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Yeah. PvP says, Spidey, I haven't been on a panel in ages. If you want to send a link, would be nice. Nothing too heavy to report, but a few observations and even positive news. Well, we'll see how long we go, PvP, and maybe later on we can do that. I'm glad to hear about the positive news. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's always good to have positive news, Rod. I agree, and you know what? Positive. I'm having a lot of friends that are having birthdays, Rod, this time of year.
Oh,
so
cool.
There's a lot of celebrations to be had, and
nice.
It's good to have birthdays. I like birthdays.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah. PvP. I'm going to take a Greta before the stream starts, but don't worry, I'll wipe my thumb back. Oh my god, that is funny. And hello, I want to say to FKHC, thank you for being here, Tim, and hail, Tim. Yeah, and so, Sylvia, you're a lovely artist. She has supported so many channels. I was on watching Fet for Hire stream on Sunday, Rod, and Sylvia and Fet's really trying hard, and he's growing. And Sylvia brought in a whole bunch of new people, nice, friendly people that came and were in the chat with us.
Oh, and sweet!
She's done the same for this channel right here and for Jill. So. Yeah, I'm really appreciative of that, Sylvia. You're
awesome. Thank you, Sylvia. You're a lovely artist.
Yeah, absolutely. And in turn, I've subscribed to Sylvia's channel and a bunch of the friends. Can you read Old Man Bird, Rod? Are you okay to do that?
Let's see. Old Man Bird says. Start times for Spidey are more like suggestions. Always have plan B when you're waiting.
Yeah. I don't have a watch and I haven't set my alarm in I don't know how long. This is the only thing I have to be at all week. This is the one thing I have that I have to be somewhere at a certain time. The one thing. And so 5 minutes out, that's pretty good. For small towns, yeah, that's okay. But thank you for waiting, old man Bird. I was just getting my earphones charged up and my microphone sorted out. Rod couldn't hear me, but it was another setting. The microphone, because there's a button on here, Rod, that I love playing with.
Oh, yeah. See, I can't hear you.
No, but now you can.
Yeah,
And according to Old Man Bird, it makes a cool clicking sound to the audience.
yeah, kind of does.
Yeah, like R2D2 almost. Eh?
Yeah.
Have you seen? Uh, have you seen the? You sent me the information. Have you seen the movie? Speaking of Star Wars, what about War Machine? Is there any space involved in that Netflix movie?
There's no real space involved in terms of like you don't see like okay, like uh, you just kind of see what appears to be a strange comet that circles around the Earth, and then
Oh,
that's pretty much all you. I don't want to say much more, but that's
no,
pretty
don't
much all that
spoil it.
they kind of delve into.
Okay. Hello, Canadian Cat. Great to see you, Canadian Cat. Yeah.
Hey, Canadian cat.
We a cougar has been spotted not far from our little community here, Rod. So that's definitely a Canadian cat, one of the cougars.
Oh, yep, definitely.
I want to say hello to Lemon Pie Citrus. Welcome to you. And ooh, hey, it's a first time seeing you, but thank you for being here. Uh, cool Kid
Cool kid,
Forsaken
Forsaken.
3. Thank you and welcome here. But you said positive things about the movie War Machine on Netflix, right, Rod? It was definitely worth your time.
Holy crap! It's like Predator and Transformers mixed together.
I love Predator, of course. Predator 2 would have been better with Arnold in it. But Danny
Yeah,
Glover is respectable. I like him.
he was. He was a good stand-in.
A Miskatonic bad man. Yes. He's on the same. Yeah, his acting chops are undeniable. But now Transformers, I found it really. If they would have backed up the camera about 30 or 40 feet so I could get a better view of the battles, that might have. It was just really fast cut, and I'm not that old. It was just. But
Oh,
it was a good movie.
I'm talking about the early like one and two, possibly three. I'm kind of on the fence about three, but
Welcome.
but it's anything past three. No, I don't a consider it canon or b just just sad and horrible. And it's
Yeah.
and then like I mean I've kind of peeked at them, watched some parts of them, and I was like, ugh, wow, they really put Peter Cullen through that, didn't they? And like
Mhm.
Peter Cullen considers
The Ravenous. Hello.
Optimus Prime um, his go-to, like I mean he looks at it with pride, and like
As he
he's
should.
yeah, and he said repeatedly. I mean, he actually based Optimus on his brother's voice, who was in the army, and
That makes sense.
he wanted to have the warmth of a commander, yet at the same time the presence of you could feel that person was in charge and they knew what they were doing.
Yep. Yep.
You know,
I agree. I got that impression as well, the way he was playing it. And I want to
yeah.
welcome the Ravenous. Welcome and hello to you, part-time planting. Ooh, cool kid Forsaken says, I have subscribed. Sylvia made posts about this. More subs heading your way. Well, thank you so much. And if you're a friend of Sylvia's, I'll make you blue right away because she's a friend of the channels, and I want to see how many. YouTube apparently will let us have unlimited moderators. So yeah, you're a friend of
Nice.
Sylvia's, you're a friend of ours. No responsibilities, absolutely no obligation with that. And your local goofy singer apparently knows you, cool kids. So the same treatment for your goofy. Excellent to have you here. Now we are, Rod. I've got. Thank you for being here, cool kid Forsaken, and that is a cool name. I like
Yeah, yeah,
Forsaken. That's a cool word, isn't it?
yeah.
What's your? For a while, my favorite word in English used to be fire trucks or fire truck, but now for the last 20 years, it's been panties. What about yourself?
uh, I kind of, I mean, Actually, I do have a favorite word. It escapes me at the moment. But
I was going to say
I will
stoic is
say,
also a pretty cool
I
word.
will say, oh, that's a close one. Yeah, yeah. Um, Actually, let's just go with that for now. But I'm also uh, Robert Meyer Burnett. He puts his word up every time he's on a stream. Verisimilitude.
Yes, I can never pronounce that word quite correctly, though.
You have to look at, well, I mean, see, with English, I mean, this is, I studied in English with my, uh, you know, a lot of
Love it.
times you have to look at words and then your brain, you got to spell them out and then say them phonetically. And then you can, okay, verisimilitude. I mean, sometimes you may have to pause, like verisimilitude. Yeah, because it's a long word.
I like it, and it means the cohesion between it throughout a story, right? Isn't that basically like things make sense and together?
Yes,
Continuity almost.
yes,
Is
very
that right?
similar. Yes, I believe so.
Ooh.
Sorry,
Hey,
Robert, if you ever listen and and you don't, if we get it somewhat wrong.
hello, your local goofy singer. Welcome and hello to you. And I've made you blue as well. There's no obligation with that at all. Um, would you
Whoa,
like?
yeah, 15 people watching us.
That's
Holy cow,
fantastic.
that's
Uh,
amazing.
DJ Play Nice has something excellent to say. I saw three cougars last night. They were drunk as fuck, and the third one was pacing, pacing, pacing. You
Nice.
might have been in a. And the ravenous one says it's worth having a look at. War Machine. Well, I'd like to. I haven't seen a movie in theaters in years, but I'd like to see that on Netflix for sure.
Oh, I'm it's fully worth your time, man. Like you
Okay,
said, it's a
awesome.
mixture of Predator and aliens and like ours. Yeah, yeah, a little bit of aliens, but I mean, like, no, honestly, like, sorry, it's mostly just like Predator and Transformers. You know, obviously the evil Transformers. Like the Decepticons. I mean, but like, you
Yep.
know,
DJ
and
said that.
oh, yeah, and Alan Richardson. Wow,
Yep.
he's just
I,
perfect,
I yep.
perfect replacement for Dutch from Predator.
Good. Excellent. I like that guy. Yeah, he's impressed me. I didn't really I haven't seen the TV, like I haven't seen anything in TV with him, but I've seen clips. I know he does a lot, but I'd watch him in a movie. Absolutely. I like the guy, and he seems um doesn't take himself too seriously. I get the impression, which I'm a big fan of. Anyone that takes themselves too seriously, yeah, that doesn't doesn't do it for me.
You
And
would do yourself good if you if you caught a couple episodes of Reacher.
I would like to. I've seen clips, and when I have the time, I absolutely would like to do that. Oh, do you know, Rod, where this is?
Yeah, Miskatonic Madman.
This is in Ireland, because tomorrow is St. Paddy's Day, of course. Thank you for that, your local goofy singer. Thank you for subbing. I really appreciate that. Rod, do you have any Irish heritage at all in you?
Nope.
I do on my grandmother's side. On my mother's side, the McDonald.
And yeah,
So that was my mom's maiden name, and that so they're pretty. Yeah, it's pretty Irish. And so this is the west coast of Ireland. It's a famous landmark, and we never hear about it too much over in Canada, but it is amazing. These are called the Cliffs of Moher, and it's got to be like it's hundreds of feet down to the west coast of Africa, down to the North Atlantic Ocean from there, and there's no fence there, or there wasn't in 15 years ago when I was there. and you
Huh.
could walk right up to the cliff, Rod. And have you ever been on top of a cliff like that where the wind really gets to you? Eh?
Uh, Let me think. Uh, I can honestly say I have not.
It's windy, and like that's hundreds of feet, my friend. And hello, Rusty Rivers. Welcome to you, sir. I'm just here talking with my friend Rod on a Monday night and the eve of St. Paddy's Day. And yeah, I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see that that Northern Ireland and Ireland are not at war. Because when we were kids, Rod, I don't know if you remember, but the IRA and
Oh, I remember. Trust me.
that was so. That's another positive thing. The places that are at war, within 20 years, you can go and backpack through them. Nicaragua and Honduras, that was also, and Panama, wasn't it, Rod? When we were growing up,
Yeah.
that was in the news for wars all the time. And can you imagine 20 years later? I was backpacking through Central America. Now, mom and dad were still very nervous about it because they were thinking 20 years ago. But Northern Ireland, you wouldn't set foot in it when we were kids, would you?
Oh God, no.
But here you are. It's got beautiful spots like that. And what up, Spidey? Says Vortec. Hello and welcome to you, another friend of the channel. Thank you.
Vortec.
It's
Yeah,
excellent. Wow,
Rusty
we do
Rivers.
have. We've got a great chat tonight, Rod.
Hey, Lemon Pie. How you doing?
Yeah, he was saying hello earlier. Verisimilitude. Yes, that's how you spell it. Congratulations.
Verisimilitude. Yep.
That's an excellent word, Rod. Thank you for your coaching on that. Those were Cougar 65-year-old horny ladies, DJ, says Lemon. Quite possibly.
Huh.
Hello to you. How do you pronounce that word? Stolas the Prince is here.
Stolas the Prince is here.
I don't know Stolas. Do you know that name in history?
I do not.
But if you're a friend of Sylvia's, then you're definitely a friend of this channel. And thank you for being here. And yeah, we'll add anyone that's a friend of Sylvia's. We'll add them to the moderator list. Excellent.
We'll see, old man Bird, if Cuba is going to be open. Really, I just wish that Canada would just say fuck you, U.S., and then just send them a couple tankers of oil because, he's literally starving them out, and he's proud of it. Anyway,
did I believability? Did I finally get it right? Yeah, that's a word for sure. Pleasant Valley Picker. I don't like to see anyone go without energy. It is the most important thing on the planet.
Yeah.
Here's DJ Planet. Verisimilitude. Verisimilitude.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, basically.
Thanks for the coaching, gentlemen. I am lucky to have a cinema in my home, says the Ravenous One. Projector and surround sound.
Nice.
My little brother in Western Australia, has that, Rod, and we've watched many a movie at his. And when his kids were younger, I swear to God, Mom and Dad and I were all staying with him. It was hard on him and his family, I bet. But he's got a big house, and we went into his home, and he was showing off his home movie theaters, and Mom and Dad were there, and he's got this big DVD case, and it says, adult movies. And then we're looking like, what? And he goes, no. And then he slides it, and the other one says children's movies. So he meant like, for him and his, like, not that kind of adult movie. But it was just shocking to see this big, huge adult movies. No, it meant not for the kid, like not that kind of adult movie. Anyway, that was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ireland was not, it was very festive. It wasn't, it didn't look like a war zone at all. This is in Dublin itself, one of the huge cathedrals. Are you a fan of castles, Rod?
Oh yeah.
Me too.
I've actually found some videos on YouTube, and I've watched them, and people walking through the castles and everything, and You know, you can actually some of them you can actually buy for like a few bucks. The whole thing for a few bucks.
Wow. But you have to promise to maintain it or something like that, I would think.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. That's it. Hail Tony Stark.
Yes. Hello, Tony Stark. Welcome to you, sir. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And hello, Amigos says,
Hola,
Vas-
amigos.
oh my goodness, how do you Vasa
Vasago,
Spanish?
Vasago Spanish bird.
Cool. Welcome and hola, amigo. Mi español's no
Hola.
español, but it's I can
My bad, my
survive.
bad.
I can survive. I, great place to get rid of a body off those cliffs. You're not kidding. Yes, sir. That's exactly right. Yep, no drinking here. Can't afford to. Still working to be your 24/7 entertainment source. Well, good for you,
Hey,
Tony.
right on. Yeah, good for you. And on that note, I'd actually like to announce too. Yeah, I have now. I'm now on my 4th week. I've quit completely, dry,
Wow.
and
Wow.
it's really more because the last last pipe ceremony I went to, the Muslims.
Yes, right.
The Muslims told me that I would get everything I want in my life but I had to quit drinking. And I was I was a little annoyed at first because really, honestly, the only thing I could think about was just getting home and drinking those 9 beer that were left in my fridge.
Yes.
And then I wound up adding to it, but ultimately, no, I decided to. Well, no, I mean, I've had it. You know, it doesn't do anything for me. You know,
I'm
I've
not
had enough.
I'm not gonna say I I've thought about cutting down myself, Rod, more and more. Good for you. It's a problem in societies like rural Canada, Ireland. It was widespread in Ireland,
Oh,
Scotland as
thanks, old man
well.
bird. Yeah.
It was good for you, and I want to say hello, the real neuromancer. Welcome and hello to you. Thank you for being here. Now, Rod, do you think is that more of a problem with booze? Is that more of a problem for men or for women? Do you think, or does it matter?
I hate to think, but I would probably lean towards men. And the reason why is because, and I see it so prevalent with my friends and just people in the workplace, you know, and then like, I even just like, you read, when I say read, I'm talking like, you know, you see somebody walk in from walk into the, the liquor store, and you read them. They're still in their work clothes, still wearing their work boots, you know,
Mhm.
and like, what do they do? They walk out with like a 12 or a 15 pack, and then you just kind of like, I know what it is because I was there, you know, and that is,
Yep.
you hate your life, you hate your job, you know. The only reason you exist is because of that fucking paycheck at the end of the week, or end of 2 weeks, or middle of the month, and then like you're just you know, I mean, like, I usually kept myself off alcohol during the week. I'm not gonna lie though, there were some times when I'm like way up north and then I'm just camping out, and then it's like 8 o'clock at night, and I don't have to work until like 8 in the morning, so that's like another 12 hours.
Right.
What do I do? I run into I run into and there are liquor stores, free liquor. I don't mean free. I mean freely available is what I meant to say.
Yes.
And they're at every fucking truck stop or every other place that trucks will stop. And like,
Mhm.
you know, and like, you know,
I
truckers
totally
go
get
in
it.
and they grab like an 8 pack, and that's what I do. An 8 pack, you know, was easy enough to recover from, you know, like, you know, and then you just go back to your sleeper, and then just turn on your phone, and then just you know, and then just drink your beer, and then like just you know,
It's
yeah, but
part of the culture almost, isn't it? I know in Japan it certainly is for the working, and there's the countryside of Ireland. This is the west coast. I
yeah,
mean,
nice,
and this old
cool, cool.
farmhouse beside me was stone, and it had collapsed down, but it was still sort of standing. And
Oh wow,
yeah, yeah, it's I just love going through the countryside and little roads like that. Good thing you didn't encounter
Huh.
other traffic coming the other way, eh?
Yeah.
The real
Yeah.
neuromancer. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And Skeletor as well. Okay, and Miskatonic has something here in perhaps in response, Rod. Miskatonic Badman says, when I hit 40, the alcohol started to make me feel awful, even a couple of beers. So I quit drinking 13 years ago, he
Good for
says.
you. Well done, brother.
Good for you. Absolutely.
Yeah. See, and like, the other thing too is also just the presence of empty beer cans. I mean, like, I first of all, I fucking hated just seeing them on my coffee table. So of course, the very first thing I do is like because I got those bags with the tie strap on top. I just hang them on one of the hangers in the porch there, and you know, I'd grab a couple beer, and then once I drain both of them out, both the life out of both of them, I'd immediately put them in the bag, and then suddenly at one point there, you kind of like after a couple of weeks, you suddenly begin to realize maybe I have a problem because you look and there's like 4 full beer cans,
Oh no.
empty beer cans, and then you go back to then you take them to the bottle depot, and then like you get like, oh, you get like $50, but I mean, you just kind of like, whoa, okay, that's kind of a bit much,
Yeah,
you
and
know?
you know where you're gonna spend it again.
Yeah, exactly, and then like, but no, I mean, like, the biggest thing, I mean, and then I really thought about it, and like with my qigong meditation and my and my teachings, I've learned, I mean, I've just reprogrammed the thoughts in my mind, reprogram my mind, you know, and basically it's I just look at that and then like, I mean, okay, retracing to like, seeing like the 4 full black bags of beer cans hanging on the hangers.
Wow.
I'm like it would I would feel this heaviness inside me too because I'm like, oh, that's all the beer cans that I've had, and then also the empty beer cartons sitting on the counter, and I got sick of seeing that too, and then like,
Yep.
so what I would do is I tear up the cartons and I just put them in in a garbage bag, and and then again I just throw them on my porch, which I, again, yeah, but it doesn't get them out of sight until the garbage truck comes. But anyway, the point being is like, there's this heaviness, and then eventually I'm just like, you know what, I've had it, and you just change the programming of your mind, and you're like,
Was it guilt?
kind of, but really it's just simply more desire to be better, I mean, because that's
Okay.
one of the things in my Qui-Gon meditation is, I mean, every day each day you want to be a better day than it was yesterday, you know
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yes.
and then the other thing too is, by the way, drying out after you've had like even 15, sometimes it take as much as 36 hours for you to basically fully sweat it out, and then you're also not sleeping good either because
That's true.
you
Yep.
got alcohol pouring sweating out of your body, and then like, and I'm like, no, I'm tired of this. I want good sleep, and that's exactly
Yep.
what I've been having the last 4 weeks, and
And what about
it's
the sorry, but the price of it too, right? It's a whole bunch of different aspects: financial, health, sleep.
it's Yeah, it's even worse because your money, when you get a decent, when you get a decent enough amount that you can actually retire, and which I am, you still kind of like it does kind of feel like a drug, I mean, money. I mean, because like everything comes so freely, I mean, pay your rent, pay your bills and everything, and then like, go in and buy as much alcohol as you want. But then like, then it's like, well, alcohol is a depressant and it's not, and like I said, I mean, I've just changed the programming of my mind, and it's like,
Good for you.
I don't, it's like, I just look at it like the me that was drinking, and I'm like, that's an old script. I don't follow that storyline anymore. That me no longer serves my purpose. I don't I don't need that anymore. And I've been working with Script Doctor, on my second book. Hard at work on that too. So
Okay.
yeah.
Huh, good for you, man. That's you know what I like that guy, script doctor. And I do want to answer. No, it's if it got to the point when I was living in Japan because it was so readily available. I had a wine vending machine outside of
Wow.
the building, the 3 room building that I was staying in. For $2, you can get a full size bottle of Chilean wine. It was cheap. It was readily available. It was part of their culture. So yeah, I had to have that sort of realization. Like I can do better than this. And yes, okay. Old Man Bird and Lemon Pie were wondering what cathedral this is.
Mm.
This is Dublin Castle, right in Dublin, and most castles back in the day had a church built as part of the castle, a sort of a, a cathedral part of the castle in London. The abbey is right there, part of the Houses of Parliament, even so,
Yeah.
right, right there on by the Thames. So this is
Fine. Good to see
Dublin
you.
Castle,
Yeah.
and Dublin Castle is huge, and I
Yeah.
really liked Dublin. I did, but it's nice to
Well,
get out
yeah.
and this into the countryside on the west coast, Rod,
Yeah.
and there were castles there as well. But it's just
Yeah.
beautiful countryside, and oh,
Well, listen, I hate to, but I mean, I'm down to 19% now, and if I take a half an hour off, I should be able to come back at least at 50%, maybe even 60, and then I'll give us another half hour, at least over a half an hour,
oh
if
well,
you don't
thank
mind.
yeah, no problem at all, Rod. I'll see. Yeah, I'll see you when you get charged up. Like I said, I've got a busy day tomorrow, so I won't be going too long. But absolutely,
Yeah,
get charged
yeah,
up and come on back, buddy.
yeah. Just another quick thing. I'm excited because, ooh, I ordered magic mushrooms, and they came today.
Nice, wonderful.
I
I
haven't.
I love them.
There's one small pack that's only 3.5 grams, and then the other one is 28 grams. The 3.5 grams is basically just a bonus because they threw that in because I bought the $140 package. So
$140. Wow.
yeah, yeah, and I've also been a fan of these Nubu foot patches that they basically suck the toxins out of your body.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you put them
That's
on your soles of your feet, and then they
it's very popular in Japan. Yeah.
yeah. And yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna yeah.
PvP.
I'll let you go, and I'll put my phone on the charger, and I'll make sure to monitor it because like, damn you, Buster. Yeah. See, now he's looking at me because he knows I'm pissed.
All
His
right.
ears are perked because he's kind of like, that wasn't me. Yeah, bullshit. It wasn't you. I saw you go past her.
Good night, Rod.
All right. See you in a bit.
Yeah. See ya. And
Bye.
as we look at the picture of it's northwest Ireland and North Ireland, all peaceful now. This is off the coast, the northwest coast of Ireland, looking out into the Atlantic. PvP, Pleasant Valley Picker in the chat says booze, society's centuries-old drug of choice. That is true. When I was studying, when I got my schooling in university, I did cultural anthropology as my major, and that is pretty much true of every society. They learn mostly alcohol. They learn how to make most of them do choose alcohol, but native North and South Americans also dabbled into things like mushrooms and peyotes and all kinds of things. But yeah, every society pretty much seems to invent a way uh, of altering their reality in their minds, shall we say? And booze is a very popular choice. Honestly, I don't even know how I'm still getting more subs. Expected for 100, says Sylvia. Oh, that's fantastic, Sylvia. Excellent. Need 100? Well, good. I'd sign up twice if I could. You're not wrong, PvP. It was that or the water. Uh-huh. And hopefully, yeah, Sylvia, will you be doing? No, YouTube won't let you do live, so that's all right, Sylvia. Put out whatever content you can. And Sylvia, you're a lovely artist. You might only have 50 subscribers, but you're a heck of an influencer. Lots of people are going where you direct. That is true. And think you're well over 50 by now. Well over. Don't enjoy it like you used to, the booze, eh? It's definitely cheaper. And hello, I won't quit, but I've cut way down PvP. And actually I have 96. I thought it was way over 50, Sylvia. Thanks for being here, Wes Cagle. Excellent to see you, sir. Thank you for being here. And Boa Hancock says, hello, hon. Hello, hey, Boa, says Sylvia. Oh, if you're a friend of Sylvia's, then we're happy to bring you on board as well. And I want to shout out to DJ Play Nice. I've been getting your messages, and I appreciate it, buddy. Sylvia, why would they be restricting you, YouTube? He means it opens up at 50 subs these days, and you have almost twice that number of subs. Absolutely. That's fantastic. Good to see you. And so, yeah, the west coast of Ireland, because it is about 3 hours from St. Patrick's Day here, where we are in British Columbia. And I don't know, this is Northwest Ireland. And Northern Ireland, like I said, in the 80s and 70s, was a war zone. You certainly wouldn't go traveling there or backpacking there. But this was in 2007. And now I'm glad I went to Northern Ireland. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's peaceful. It is, we're traveling on the Canadian dollar. Most places are expensive, so Ireland is definitely pricey. That is true. But what a beautiful land. There's not a lot of places that I've seen like it in the world, so it definitely has that going for it. And yeah, Wes Cagle, I got your message, buddy. Thanks. I will definitely. Yeah, I'll definitely reply, buddy. Well, that's good for you, Sylvia. If you're growing to almost 100 subs, that's fantastic. Good for you. Canadian Spider-Man has enough photos for a coffee table book. If those things it would be, I really could. I'd make a couple, I think, Old Man Bird. There'd be some interesting ones. Thanks for saying that. Do you have a channel, or are you really only 2 weeks old? Welcome in, says DJ Play Nice. Still here, says PvP. Aren't shrooms a drug? Yes, they are. Although in 2003 in Japan, they were still legal at that time. This is my main channel, and I don't post yet, says Boo Hancock. All right. Eat them both, Rod, says DJ Play Nice. That's funny. Yeah, but this Ireland, I don't know about you, but I think that's just gorgeous. And yeah, there's a map of the causeway, the Giant Causeway, it's called. And it looks like it's constructed by giants. These massive stones are square, and it's a natural formation, but and it goes off out into the North Irish Sea, and so it looks like it's a causeway going somewhere. And it's an incredible geological formation. I haven't seen not quite like this. I haven't seen anything quite like this in the world. I know was it Tas? No, it was Western Australia has sort of similar, but not the same. So yeah, Northern Ireland has some very interesting geology. DJ Play Nice says, you paid 140 for an ounce? Damn. Picking is free. See, that's what I agree, DJ Play Nice. I picked quite a few in Australia, allegedly. Never pay more than Schwag her prices for boomers. Excellent, DJ Play Nice. Good. Good advice. Should have asked for the First Nations discount. Yeah, exactly. For sure. Check your phone. I just texted you. I appreciate that, West. I grabbed you there. Yeah. And yep, PvP. You bet. Let me get to the bottom of the chats here so I can get all caught up. I remember the troubles. Sure thing, says West Cagle. Both on Senior Patrol. Excellent, DJ Planet. Thank you for being here, my friend. Be sure to check out Snake Mountain News, says Stark CEO. All right. And hello and welcome to you, Rono Zoro. Welcome and thanks for being here. We're just looking at a couple of pictures of Northern Ireland. And because tomorrow is St. Paddy's Day. This is called the Giant's Causeway. And going off into the North Irish Sea, into the North Sea. And yeah, it does look like it's man-made, but that is a natural geological formation. And it just, yeah, it goes right, and it continues down underwater, but it just keeps going. Thank you. Appreciate the messages, fellas. Hey, the cover of the Led Zeppelin album Houses of the Holy. West Cake. No kidding, West. Wow. Old Man Bird says, are there lots of redheaded, green-eyed women as suggested in television programs and movies? You know, there were. Yeah, there a lot of dark-haired Irish ladies too. And this is 2007, so they didn't have any, they don't have the immigration levels that they have today. I would say overall, yes. And dark-haired as well. And Boo Hancock says, hello, Zorro. And ooh, Ro Ron Oa Zorro says, hi, hello to you. My main one is this one, but I'm not going to post much, just here for support. Well, excellent. Thank you for being here. Appreciate the support. Another new account. That is a lot of new accounts all in a row, isn't it? Thank you for being here. Hello, Sylvia, if you are still here. Old Man Bird, where would you find one of these green-eyed girls? Asking for a low pan? Yeah. That was, yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Glad you found Canadian Spider-Man in just a few days. You're lucky and smart, or probably both. Thank you, DJ Planet. Appreciate that. It's always good to have you here in the chat. So, yeah, this is, again, natural geology in Northern Ireland. Gorgeous. And I'm so glad that they were able to sort out their Catholic and their Protestant issues, and so that I was able to go over and backpack, and I did a road trip, hired a car and did a road trip all over Ireland. So yeah, it was, and this is a town called Derry, Derry. Fascinating little town, an old town, lots of stone buildings, and I don't know why they have a seahorse on the bridge, but they had an emblem of a stone seahorse on the bridge, which I thought was cool. Yeah, Derry. They have an interesting council shield. They've got a skeleton. They've got a huge skeleton as part of their town emblem, and I think I've got a picture of that here later on. Yeah, beautiful little town, quite old, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Copy that. And yeah, PvP, I'll send you a link, my friend, so that if you have time to come on up, I won't go too long, but if you want to come on up, by all means, here is the link for you. And yeah, so then you can join at your leisure. And yeah, there you go. And now, and I found a lot of the Irish little towns. They were what you would expect, as from especially in the north and western Ireland. They were exactly as you'd expect from Irish towns and Irish populations. DJ Play Nice says, I hung out in England, lived in Scotland, and drove to Wales, but I didn't get over to Ireland. Regrets. I've not been to Wales yet, either. So I'm quite happy. I went to Ireland, and I'd like to do the same. Do a road trip around Wales. I think would be fascinating. The driving was 70 miles an hour, or was it kilometers an hour? Northern Ireland. Yeah, Northern Ireland was kilometers, and I forget whether mainland Ireland was miles or not. But yeah, it was crazy. Just a beautiful little medieval town. And I think Old Man Bird says, I got engaged in England, but she wasn't a redhead, so we didn't make it to the altar. That's funny. Exactly. Oh, and I think I hear in the background, I think I hear PvP is in the background here. Now let me just try and pull him up and so he can join us. And I also sent a link to you, West Kegel, if you would like to hop on. It's absolutely a pleasure to have you on as well. So let's pull PvP up. I'll add you now.
Hey there.
Hello. Hello. Hi.
Hopefully my mic is working. Boy, I was doing the Walton stream on Gorilla Friday, and it totally crapped out at the end of the stream.
Nope.
Oh, it took me a whole.
Sounds good.
Well, it took me hours to figure out to get the volume back because the volume went almost non-existent, and I think I got it back to 100% last time I checked on Saturday. So,
Sounds
man,
good.
yeah, it's a pain though when your microphone suddenly stops working for no reason you can figure out. Because that's never happened on one of my headsets before, but it did on Friday.
It happens to me almost on a weekly basis, my friend. Well, now that your microphone is working, I'm glad it is. Do you mind reading this from Miskatonic Madman? He's got a.
Wonder if the skeleton is in any way a reference to the potato famine, 1845-ish, I believe.
Right.
Interesting thought. I really don't know.
You've been to Ireland, DJ Planice. Well, if you want to be part of the, I'm gonna do a travel show on Thursday, and I'll have a St. Paddy's Day stream tomorrow. If you want to pop on for that, DJ Planice, I'd love to have you. I don't know how busy you are.
Hey, Lemon.
Yeah.
Didn't they sign that accord around 1990 where they ended the troubles? Because I remember on the radio there was an announcement that they'd signed an agreement, the two sides, and it's been pretty stable since then, it seems.
Yeah. This was like 20 years later, and there was no problem. There was lots of hostels open with backpackers, and
yeah, it's like it almost changed overnight. Like it was kind of crazy, really, because I can remember the bad old days. I guess it was basically the British that were in like Belfast, and what was that Bloody Sunday massacre that you two wrote that song about?
Quite a few people killed with.
Yeah, that didn't make the British look too cool.
No, not at all.
I think that was like when U2 was still relevant and good early on when they were writing songs like that. I totally lost interest in them about 20 years ago because they just
I would agree.
They stopped mattering. They don't matter anymore. And then didn't Bono say some anti-Trump stuff? And I was like, oh, here we go. Not another celebrity.
I don't like musicians or actors to get political. You're right.
Well, we got what? We got Neil Young from Canada. We've got Springsteen. We've got women. I never heard their music, and I never will because I don't even think their music. But You know what I'm saying, right? And then you go, oh, Robert De Niro.
Just stick to your trade, stick to your music. I don't want to hear about your politics.
Well,
What do you know?
I never
What,
liked Gene Simmons. I used to think Gene Simmons was
yeah.
an arrogant dick, right, in his
Yep.
interviews, because he came across often like that. But when he recently said, like a month ago, to celebrities, nobody cares what your political beliefs are. Nobody cares who you
Mhm.
voted for. Nobody cares, wants to hear you telling them how to think. Shut your pie hole. And I love that. It's really, you can probably find it on Facebook somewhere because it's been posted several times. And I was like, geez, Gene Simmons is actually starting to make sense finally, you know? Oh,
Hello, Wes Cagle. Hi, you're with us now.
hey there.
Welcome.
Hey,
There you go.
yeah, I unplugged my mic by accident.
Oh no, I'm glad you're here. Now this PvP and West Cagle, we're just looking at a couple of shots of. Now this is Western Ireland, approach right on the Atlantic, sort of northwestern Ireland. But yeah, and then I wasn't expecting much from the food, but this is pub food along the coast in Western Ireland. What do you think of that? This is, I think, Sligo or Sligo. I think it's pronounced Sligo.
Hmm.
It looks better. Looks better than the crap you get here at the pub. I'll tell you that right now.
Pub
Yeah.
food is good. Pub food is good.
Hearty. Would you eat that? That it looks like a potato and steak. And
I
pork.
love.
Yeah.
Campbell's makes a soup, a chunky soup called steak and potato. So yeah, that's some good stuff.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good to me. I would eat that for sure. Yeah.
And Wes Cagle, thanks for joining. Do you mind, while I cover you up there, do you mind reading Tony
Yes.
Stark's comment?
Tony says to us, "I miss talking on lives. I'm making another short, but if you want Skeletor or Megatron to come by, I can afterwards for a few minutes."
Oh, hey, excellent. Well, on for the bonfire stream tomorrow, that'd be great. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna burn stuff tomorrow, huh?
Yep.
Nice.
Oof.
So
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, PvP.
I was just going to say, Spidey's getting those last few months in before they call fire
Oh, the
restrictions.
ban. Yeah, again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Burn all that. Well, you burn all that scrub brush. You're doing a public service there, Spidey.
I absolutely. We're burning that's not a joke. Burning the fuel before the
before it can
fire.
burn.
Yeah.
Wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
A controlled burn. Yeah.
DJ.
I wish the government would mandate that more seriously. Like, I don't even think they
Hi,
seem to
Suzanne.
care about it anymore, which is sad.
They used to pay kids to
Yeah.
like university kids to go out and burn it. Yeah.
Yep. You know, it's a shame. It's a shame that your government doesn't trust responsible citizens. It's another case of punishing everybody because there are irresponsible people in the world.
And
Well,
they have the
yeah.
money to pay the people to do it anymore.
Unfortunately, the people in the last election here voted in an NDP government, which is the Socialist Party in Canada. And Premier EB is definitely hardcore socialist because, you know, our leader of the Conservative Party in Canada wants to build a pipeline from Alberta through BC to the coast, which would generate probably billions of dollars of revenue. But of course, EB will and our federal Liberal leader are blocking it because they don't. Well, I guess they want our economy to stagnate, which it's. What was it? 84,000 jobs in February that were lost.
That we
Spidey?
lost. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
1972 was Bloody Sunday, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
Thank
just
you, Joe.
starting. They were that was what their second or third album when they did that song, I believe.
Oh, you too? Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
too.
You know,
Canadian Cats
I
channel.
just
Thank you, Sylvia. Appreciate it. And I want to say hello to Suzanne Eckstein. She just came in the chat.
man. You know, when you were talking, you mentioned you were showing pictures of what is that, Giant's Causeway?
Yes, Giant's Causeway.
I mentioned the Led Zeppelin. It's what they depict on the Houses of the Holy album cover.
Oh, really?
Wow, I didn't know that.
It's got pictures of I think it's Robert Plant's children. They're in the buff and they're on the they're climbing on those little geological features. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't looked at that album cover in years, and the one thing I do remember is all the naked bums on that cover.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
they they'd never get away with that today, would
yeah.
they? They'd be like
Yep.
erased. They'd be canceled cultured for sure if they put out that cover now.
Yeah,
Like seriously,
it's Robert Plant's children, I think.
I
Hello,
know
Nemesis.
he had a son that tragically passed away at a fairly
Yeah.
young age, didn't he?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
That is tragic.
It is.
I-
Yeah. Very young. Very young.
Welcome, Nemesis, one of the most positive guys around.
Hey, one of the
Hey,
best
Nemesis.
gamers on the YouTubes.
You're right. Please check out Nemesis' channel. He's up all the hours of the day and night playing fantastic games with entertaining banter, and you will find a lot of us in the chat with him there.
Yeah, I usually check in for a little while, and I still miss when he was doing those games where he'd have those scantily clad Japanese girls going around with katana swords, killing everything.
Those were nice.
Those were good.
Suzanne Rod, he's got to charge his battery. He was on earlier, but he's had to step off and charge his phone battery. And so, what do you think of this? Because if you're close to the ocean, the Atlantic in particular, shellfish is really popular in Atlantic Canada, but also in Western Ireland. What do you think of all of those?
Doesn't look like it'd be my meal of choice, really.
No, West.
I'd rather crack open a good juicy lobster tail with some butter sauce, personally.
Yeah, I'm not particularly a big seafood guy. I wish I was, because it looks good, and when people I watch people eating it, it looks like they're just enjoying the hell out of themselves. But I just don't care for it.
I keep hearing mixed reviews about oysters. Like some people can wolf them down, and other people are like regurgitating halfway through.
So good. That was so good.
Well, you're a man of the world, though, Spidey.
I just and I grew up on the east. I grew up in Atlantic Canada, so seafood was part of our
part of your culture.
Childhood, yeah, and so they've got a moat around the part of Derry, which I thought was interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
And is this this might be north of Dublin? It is the Mound of Tara, the Hill of Tara, 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 and it's a really old. No, that's not there. Nope, that's just random rocks somewhere in the Irish countryside that look like ruins. The Hill of Tara is coming up.
You got to wonder how a rock got up there, though. Like, that's pretty bizarre.
You do. Now, this is inside a pub in Doolin, still on the west coast of Ireland. And Doolin is right beside those cliffs I was showing earlier, the cliffs of Moher. And this pub had live music, and this band was fantastic. And it was authentic, and the food was good. And this is the little town right there of Doolin.
Oh my God! We're in Easter Island all of a sudden.
Island, yeah.
Yeah, that's
funny.
Man.
Yeah, no, it was the friendliest little town. The hostel there, we ended up staying for twice the length of time that we were going to, because it was just a cool little town. It was right close to the cliffs of Moher, and that pub, McDermott's Pub. I have the beer koozie and the T-shirt somewhere. And what a great pub. In fact, I'm going to find that T-shirt for St. Paddy's Day tomorrow. I'll wear it all day.
Nice.
But what a cool little town. If you go to Ireland, don't forget the West Coast. Absolutely. They're hanging out. It's warm enough. This was in March.
Now, the West Coast is the
April.
ocean side, right? The East Coast is the Sea of Ireland, right? Yeah.
Correct. Yep. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And, there's the cliffs of Moher, right beside Doolin.
I'd be in serious trouble in Ireland, because I'd want to go on a whiskey tour of Ireland, and you'd probably never hear from me after a couple of weeks. I'd probably just disappear.
I had to be the designated driver because my Japanese girlfriend didn't want to drive. And my Canadian friend had never driven on that side of the road before. So it was only me that could drive.
Is it really that difficult, though, to switch sides on the road?
Weird. It's weird, yeah.
Is it
And
really? Oh shit.
Australia and New Zealand, not so much. Well, I haven't been to New Zealand, but I've seen Carla drive. Their roads are wide and like Western style, like modern roads with big turn and lots of visibility. In Ireland, the
Yeah.
roads are narrow, and everyone's land is built up with these old fences and or stone rock walls or just
right up to the
impenetrable
road.
bush that just you can't. There's nowhere to
Ah.
go, and you can't
Yeah.
see anything, and it's literally like.
Okay.
It's like a video game, and you're doing 70 around the corners, and you well, if there's sheep in the road, they're dead because I'm not going to see. It's crazy.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you combine that with driving on the other side of the road, it was. If I hadn't have lived in Australia and done driving over there, it would have been much more scary. Yeah.
That sounds nerve-wracking. Well, I remember watching The Road Warrior, and it seems like they had pretty wide roads there when I watched that movie. So
Yeah, I can't imagine driving on the other. I mean, I work for the Postal Service, and their trucks, because they do curbside delivery, they are the steering wheels is on the other side as opposed to regular American vehicles.
Right?
And that was weird enough driving with the steering wheel on the other side. I can't imagine driving on the other side of the road even.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, performative roles and only for a few minutes. You got it, Tony. That'd be fun tomorrow for St. Patty's Day. Burn bad. Not for a while. We have 6 inches of snow on the ground here. PvP.
We got snow. We got snow overnight because when I went out to get some supplies today, there was a few inches on my windscreens. So yeah, nothing too serious. Most of it had melted by the afternoon, but
we got a little bit of snow last week. It was funny because I think it was Wednesday. It was 83 degrees, and then Thursday it snowed. I'm like, what? Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, the weather seems to be doing a wonky things because what was it? Larry, Be Yourself Adventures. He posted a short, I believe, today, and he said they're hitting like 100 degrees down there in March.
Wow.
Holy damn.
Like that's crazy. That's nuts. I don't.
Yeah.
That's bizarre what the weather's doing in some parts of the world. And yeah, Gorilla had a huge snowstorm a couple days ago. He wasn't even on last night because his internet was out, probably because of all the heavy snow they got. So yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he was saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful shot. That's a beautiful shot there.
Do you notice something about this picture of the cliffs of Moher that is different in Ireland than it would be in Canada or probably
no,
America?
No fence rails.
Bingo.
They think people over there have brains in between their ears, right?
They treat them like adults, as if they're adults. Those cliffs are hundreds of feet up.
Oh, you walk off that, you ain't coming back to the real world.
Well, they believe in Darwin's law over there. If you're stupid enough to fall off, then it's your fault.
But it works,
Yeah.
Hail, Jason Love. Welcome. Very hello to you. Very nice to you.
I just wish there were more governments around the world that would treat their citizens like adults, but
yes,
they're not doing that. And I don't even want to get too political, but you probably can guess what I'm talking about. It's getting pretty sad.
Oh, it's all over. Even here in the U.S., there's plenty of law. When I drive, I belt myself in every single time, not because of the law, but because I realize that in a bad crash, the only way I'm going to survive is if not only do I stay in my car, but I stay in my seat in my car. So I've got a good shot. But you making it a law is BS.
Agreed. I agree.
Yeah, there's too many. Well, the liberals just passed what was it, Bill C9, I think, Spidey, the censorship. And get this, they censored the debate in the House of Commons. They censored the debate on the censorship bill. Like, you can't write this stuff, right?
They shut it down. That's true. Yeah.
And I saw a video today on Facebook in Canada. A couple of cops showed up at her door, and she had posted. The weird thing is, she posted online that Carney's a Zionist, which I'm sure he's never even heard of that word because he doesn't seem to know about anything. But she posted that comment, and there were two cops showed up and said, if she continued to post comments, she would be arrested and have a record
Wow.
for posting
Yeah.
a comment.
Yeah. Yep.
I never
yet-
thought
and
of
yet-
that.
Ridiculous.
Wow.
And yet, when you look at what happened in Toronto Pearson Airport yesterday, they're letting the Ayatollahs, the guys, from Iran, some of them are getting, they're getting clearance to enter Canada with their families. And I watched another video today, less than 24 hours later, the same guy is marching in a pro-Iranian dictatorship parade. I think it was in probably Toronto, right? Like, what is going on with Canada? Like, I am just lost.
Yeah.
I am lost.
Well, that's spreading down here. I mean, Virginia just passed a law, basically banning more restrictive, violating the Second Amendment here.
Wow.
Banning, certain guns, but they put in at the last second a caveat exempting all themselves, those in government, from this
Of
law.
course.
Are
Of
you
course.
kidding?
Nope.
Well, some pigs are more equal than other pigs, I guess.
Yep.
So is that
Yep.
As-
democratically controlled state? I have to ask.
It's been red for a long time, except for it goes back and forth in elections because
Okay.
of the population centers are blue in Richmond, and there's another large city in there, and I forget, but those two centers have been able to make it blue on occasion. But
Okay.
it is they plan on redistricting and completely. I mean, I've seen the new drawing of the voting districts.
The
They are
boundaries.
they are so wonky. I'm like, my God, and it turns it completely blue. It goes from mostly red districts to all blue districts except for one red one.
The sad thing is to Wes Cagle is I remember this crap with the redistribution of voting boundaries going back like 15 or 20 years even. They were, some states were pulling this stuff years ago and redrawing the political landscape map. Like, man,
Yep. Well, the term gerrymandering comes, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I've been mistaken before. It comes from way back in American politics when the Democratic machine of some state completely made outrageous redrawing of the map to where it's like, good Lord, these things, they're supposed to be somewhat like polygonish, but these things are completely look like a snake. I'm like, good Lord, it's obvious what you're doing.
Yeah, the only rational, reason I could think for possibly redrawing a district voting lines would be if the population
change. Yes.
Yeah. But other than
But
that, there's no legitimate reason, right?
But you're supposed to also make them somewhat squarish or circular, or they're not supposed to be bending, looking like some kind of a serpent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Serpent's the perfect word because I think serpent has several meanings, right?
Yeah.
What was the that's right, PvP. You said you had positive news. What was the positive news?
Oh, well, did you guys hear about the Firefly reboot?
A little bit with all the original characters. I did.
Well, I watched several videos and I was thinking it was not going to amount to nothing. I was cynical a week ago. But yesterday, Nathan Fillion and other cast members came out with the announcement that they're going to reboot it as an animated series.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, but you should hold out hope, but don't get over hopeful because they don't. You never know. They pull that old switcheroo where they say we're gonna do it like this, and then they go, "Hey, nope, we're doing it like old Hollywood here."
Well, the thing is, it's complicated. They're going to place it between the end of the series before the movie. So theoretically, Wash could come back into the show, even though they haven't announced that yet. And it's not scheduled to be to be aired until 2028, a couple years, because they're still in pre-production. They have one script written. It gives me hope, though. Even though Joss Whedon is not directly involved, he did give his blessing to Nathan on the project because Nathan, I think, is pretty loyal to the fans. And the two writers I saw that they've got as showrunners, one of them was connected to Whedon's Dollhouse project, so that's a good sign. And the other one, I think, wrote some scripts for the Arrow series. So these are definitely people that know how to write a decent script. So they're not getting some modern flunkies, some
Good.
woke crowd. So I do have hope. The only thing that makes me a little concerned is going to have to go through 20th Century Disney, but they still haven't found a home for the show yet, which is another thing I'm concerned about. But I'm sure eventually some service will probably pick it up in the next number of months or even by a year from now. So I'm hopeful. And I looked at the artwork for the animation house, and boy, it looks really good. Like they got the characters, like the 5 of the main characters in it, and they look very close to the way they did in the live action show. Like I was very impressed.
Well, it's never about the look. It's always about what they write, though, when they reboot things.
No, but I mean, I was afraid they do some cheap ass animation. Like as much as I love the TOS animated show in the early 70s, you got to admit the animation on that's pretty simplistic, right?
Oh yeah, that was a lot of shows back in the 70s like that. If you watched American Saturday morning cartoons, a lot of them look like that. Some of them even worse.
No, I was just afraid they might go cheap and not do it right. But
Yeah.
it looks pretty good. Actually, I think I've got a 5-minute video I'm going to post in the public chat here. If you want to take a look at that later.
Now I could be wrong, but how is Joss Whedon? I've been under the impression that he's more kind of like a Michael Bay kind of all flash and no substance kind of guy.
Oh God, he wrote a lot of episodes for Firefly and Buffy and Angel.
Oh, okay.
He's great writer, great director. I mean, when he gets to do an episode, I've always thought they were like pretty much 100% on target. Like he's very talented. The problem was he got the reputation for being a little overbearing to work with because he is a perfectionist, and so he kind of got cancel was a cancel culture or whatever about 10 years ago, and so that kind of damaged his career because once they label you, then you're kind of out, right?
Yeah.
So
this is
I love that picture. That is awesome.
Thanks. This is an old castle that you can go to on the sort of central west part of Ireland. And I love it. Now that's a lot of work. Those stones are heavy.
Yeah.
But I don't think they used any mortar.
They're fitted together. Yeah.
Maybe the top parts which were added on, maybe. But how impressive is that? And these are the rooms inside. They were making, like, using the actual animals there for actual wool, and this is inside. There's a spinning
spinning wheel. Yeah.
They're actually making yarn, and this is the building. This is the castle.
Oh, cool.
And this is the view from up. You can go up in the castle, and that's the view overlooking. And they had animals, and they made and they had a big fireplace with a big rack.
Rack. Yeah. That what is that? What is that? It looks like a 10-pointer, man.
I don't like an elk of size. I have no idea.
Wow.
An Irish deer that's massive.
Yeah.
And just a gorgeous.
I want that wall. I want to build a house out in the middle of nowhere, and I want that wall around it.
Isn't that cool?
That is awesome.
I want to say hello to Meiji and Hay. Hi. Serenity was a terrific movie. It absolutely was. And Parrothead says, "Excellent to see you, Parrothead. Thank you. They still need money and a home." So, okay. I hope Serenity does become an animated series. That would be fantastic. I would love to see more Serenity in any way. And they've got to bring Walsh back. Like Shorty
Well,
Walsh back.
Please do. Even if you want to skim through the 5-minute video, go to the part where they actually show the animation studio's artwork that they've got ready, that they worked on, and it looks really good. I mean, I'm not an easy person to please, but when I saw that, I that definitely boosted my hope that we're going to get some quality here. And then the showrunners seem to have good credentials, and Josh gave it his blessing to Nathan to proceed, because I mean Whedon didn't have a legal right to block him, but if he said, and if he told Nathan to go F himself, that would not look good, right?
No.
So everything seems to be firing on all cylinders at this point. Of course, it's way early, and we can see where it's at like a year from now, I suppose. But I mean, a show that has been away for 24 years suddenly has a chance of coming back to the fan base. When's that ever happened?
And it had 10 episodes or something. That's
14.
Hey, Rod, have you seen Firefly or Serenity, the movie? What'd you think?
I have not. I've heard enough about it that I just, I want to go see it though.
Dude, it's like cowboys with 6-shooters in space.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
It is so Rod. You would love this shit. You gotta see.
It combines my two favorite genres of all time into one, and it's fantastic. The cast is great because you can tell the cast actually really likes working together. The writing is superb. The direction is superb. The stories, there might be one or two that I'm not a fan of, but most of the 14 stories I love. And then Fox, in their infinite wisdom, canceled it.
Yeah.
Doctor Who came back after a long pause. Yeah.
Did it?
Well, yeah.
There was a gap. There was a
the early reboot with Eccleston. I liked Eccleston in the first season of the reboot, but I don't even want to think about what they've done the last couple of years. Like, sad.
So
they've killed it, just like Star Wars and Star Trek. To my mind, they've killed it.
I'm still reminded of what Mexican Iron Man said, which is, I'm happy to see that all my favorite properties and idols have been just completely ruined. Which, yeah.
He was being sarcastic, of course.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, it's just sad what they've done to, and these are like long-standing franchises. Trek is like 60 years. You go back to 1977 for Star Wars, the Legacy.
Yeah.
Doctor Who, geez, you can go back to 1962 or something when that started. Like,
I think the originals were in black and white, right?
Oh yeah, a lot of the early seasons, and I watched a lot of the early black and whites, and they're great. They're really, really good. Like, I recommend going back and watching the early stuff because it's really, I mean, it's very low budget, and the budget does show, but it's still good. The writing is good, though. That's the thing. The writing and the acting is good.
Yeah,
that's all that matters. The writing, yeah. The writing is paramount. I can overlook cheesy acting a little bit, if the writing is really good.
Well, you want to know a greatly written show is Blake's 7, and the special effects on that are god awful, but the writing is so damn good, and the characters are so interesting that you still fall in love with the show after. Because I only watched like the first 4 or 5. I need to watch the whole series because it was on. I think it was around 50 episodes, and I need to watch the rest. It's really good. But, the special effects, the spaceship looks god awfully bad. It's just so bad.
Mr. Tonic Madman was just talking about that. He posted he must have been reading your mind.
Yeah, well, we're all fans, I guess, right? So,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What do you think? Do you guys like castles?
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that.
Oh, it's amazing, especially when they're built on hills, like for defensive purposes.
I think so, Rod.
You know, the thing is, what was the technology they were working with? What century is this? Spidey, if you remember.
Hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
But if you notice,
And
roof,
they were lifting these building blocks up with I don't know what into the air and putting this. I don't know if they had any kind of concrete mix or what they used, but these things are still standing like 200-300 years later, right? And
at least three.
And I bet you right now that any modern skyscraper built in the last century will not be around 300 or 400 years from now. I just
totally.
Probably. Hi, Sashi. Sashi's here all the way over from the
Hey,
other side of the
Sashi.
world.
Hello. 100th subscriber.
And oh, no kidding. Sashi's Rod's 100th subscriber.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is awesome. What do you notice? If you've been to the Alamo in Texas, the roof is also missing from the Alamo.
Yeah.
Why is it missing from the Alamo and this building?
Well, this building, I would guess, due to age.
I thought it would be like thatched or something.
It's made of wood.
Yeah,
you wrote it away.
I agree.
Oh, wood.
It's wood. I would guess with the Alamo it was wood. And when the Mexicans attacked, they probably lit fire to it, right? I would guess.
Yeah.
To the Alamo.
There was a lot of fire involved.
You know, the one crazy thing I remember the most about the Alamo though is when Ozzy Osbourne went there and peed on the Alamo. Remember that? He got arrested. Oh God, that made me laugh.
Hilarious. Yeah, I remember that now.
It's what happened to the roof over at Rorke's Drift as well during the Battle of Rorke's Drift between the British and the Zulu as well. They set fire to the thatched roof. So,
wow.
Yeah, fire is a big weapon of war.
Castles in Italy, says Lemon Pie. I'd love to go back to Italy. I was there when I was 19, and memory's not the best. Canadian Spider-Man, in your travels, have you been to Sam Lord's Castle in the West Indies? I have not. I've the West Indies,
which island in the West Indies? There's several. There's many there.
Like I've been to Grand Cayman and Aruba, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, but West Indies, no, I don't think so. But I would like to. My traveling days are not done. I still have another 30 good years of backpacking on me.
Well, I remember Gorilla did that tour of 3 different islands when he went on that cruise ship, and I'd never heard of any of those islands. Like they must be all like small time islands. But Gorilla had a great time. Like he posted a lot of short videos, and it looked like he had a lot of fun and drank a lot of free booze, of course.
Nice.
And the one video I loved though, he posted he was splashing around in the seashore, and this huge wave came in and totally pulverized him, and he was planted face down in the sand.
Oh, I saw that video.
Oh, it was so good. I laughed my ass off. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was actually gorillas until after.
Yeah, Gorilla was. Yeah. Thank God he never put on that Speedo that he threatened us with, though.
I'm so happy. Why is the Alamo missing its roof? Mexican cannonballs. But originally, when it was a mission, it was open to the sky. They didn't. I think it was the military that came in and put a roof on it when it was a mission. What I believe I understood when I was there was that it didn't originally have a roof. So it was. Rod Thunderheart, are you able to read now that your phone's charged up? And welcome back. Are you able to read DJ Play Nice, please?
Yeah, DJ Play Nice says, anyone built stone walls or done masonry work? Things make much more sense after you have. Not much seems impossible after. It's funny he says that too, because it reminds me too of the, the Greeks, the Italians, everybody in Europe, they made roads that you could walk on, and they would last hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
And then the engineers came along, and now you see you've got asphalt that just breaks apart after like a year.
That's true.
Yeah, I remember even here in Canada when I was a kid in the 60s, they'd pave a road and the asphalt would be solid for like 30 years.
Yeah, you know why? You know why? That's
quality.
No, it's actually because here in Alberta, the government employed. Remember, it was under Alberta Transportation up until 1990, and then fucking I forget who it was, but probably Ralph Klein privatized Alberta Transportation, and then the contractors took over, and then suddenly roads no longer lasted 30, 40 years. They suddenly started developing holes after like as little as 2 years. You know, I mean, because like they would get, you know, I mean, like after a good winter and then spring, you know, you'd get the frost heaves, and then suddenly, boom, the roads would just break apart. Which
You know what really annoys me is the block a road to redo it. Like there's a major road I used to use every week. You know, it was because it was convenient. Well, that's all blocked off now. And there is nothing, absolutely not one damn pothole, not one damn crack in the road. It was fine. Meanwhile, there's another road I use quite often when I'm going to say the London drugstore.
Yeah,
It's full of cracks. It's been. When I went to work like 5, 6, even recently, it's probably 4 years ago. I used to have to travel to work every day, back and forth. It was full of cracks and potholes then, and they still haven't fixed it after like 6 years. It's a joke, right? And it's like, where's the priorities here? They repave a perfectly good road, and they leave a piece of shit road. I've got to maneuver every time I use that road. I'm maneuvering around the crevices because I don't feel like getting my tires blown out. And it's like, what the hell are we doing? I don't know.
Does anyone understand Doctor Who enough to read this?
I can give it a go. I'm old. I'll give it a go. When Patrick Troughton, one of the early Doctors, by the way, and adventure but no control of the TARDIS Cybermen. Cybermen were one of the early villains in Doctor Who back in the early 60s.
Okay.
Hot 60s babes, yes. Even Jean Marsh, I remember her in that PBS show Upstairs Downstairs, but I don't remember her in Doctor Who. Wow. As an alien baddie, Queen Bavmorda in Willow. Okay. Man, okay.
Oh, the movie. Is he talking about the movie Willow?
I have no idea.
That's a lot later, from the 60s. She would have been pretty old by then.
Well, I mean, he lost me with Jean Marsh because I didn't even know she was in Doctor Who. So,
oh my God, guys, we have 19 people watching.
Oh, thanks for being here.
It's only because we have such a great and talented panel here.
I agree.
Well, then what the hell am I doing here then?
West. Well, West, do you know what this refers to? Meijin High?
Oh yeah, yeah. That bike is pretty sweet, man. But Pee-wee might be upset if you took it from him.
I can confirm Pee-wee Herman's bicycle is at the Alamo. Jill and Tiger Stripes were there with me, and they saw me do a video that you can find on my channel all about Pee-wee's bicycle. They've moved it up to the main display floor now.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Suzanne Eckstein, and I'm glad to have you here, and you've changed your avatar. He said he used to hang lanterns in the coconut trees to lure the ships upon the reefs and then plunder them. The reefs, not Doctor Who, but the pirates. The pirates used to do that. No kidding. Barbados and Trinidad have castles that were his, and he was an infamous pirate, says Suzanne. No kidding.
Would you want to know something really strange? Would you believe that the pirates, I can't say all of them. Would you believe that many of them were actually employed?
I did not know that, including the Sam Lord fellow, perhaps.
Did not the British Navy employ some of them as privateers, if I remember the word correctly?
You're close.
Yeah,
insurance companies.
Oh, I thought it was the British government, so they could
one of the oldest
French ships during the
one of the oldest scams have been insurance companies from the beginning of beginning when money was money. And the reason why I know this is because a buddy of mine, he actually was he signed up and he was going to become an insurance agent, and then like when he learned the real thing about the insurance agencies and companies, and then learning that they're thousands of years old and that what they were really into, he was just disgusted and he just dropped everything. Then he turned around and he entered computer science, and he actually became a systems analyst, and he actually works for Shaw out in Rocky Mountain House. But anyway, no, it's just, I was just flabbergasted when he just told me, like, he was just like, no, insurance company, it's just an absolute scam, and like, I mean, he said, because like, what are you paying for? You don't even get your money back. I mean, like, if you have a nice year with no accidents with your car, I mean, like, you don't get any money back for it. No, I mean, they're just an absolute scam from the sad day that they were started, which is only thousands of years ago.
Sure.
Hey, Spidey, I've got a question for you. I went to make sure I posted the link to the Pee Wee Herman video you had. Did you change the name to your channel to Canuckistan Spider-Man instead of?
I did, absolutely.
I didn't notice this until just then.
Until Trudeau is in jail because he's now been found guilty for what he did to the truckers. Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah,
that guy needs to be
the thing is, he's been found guilty 3 times by the courts, though.
I know. That's what
I think the third time was like 2 weeks ago, and there's no consequences. None. Nothing.
That was a messed up time. That was a messed up time. And you know what? Rebel News up there in Canada and Viva Fry did some good work covering that trucker strike. Occupation of, what was it, of Ottawa? Yeah, man, that was
Rebel News is now my go-to independent media source up here in Canada.
What do you think this guy? What's this guy? I'll make it big. Anyone? What do you think that is?
It looks big enough already to me.
It's not a torture item.
Yeah, it's either a bed or something nefarious.
Okay, I gotta change. Okay,
Rod,
okay, I was on the wrong. That looks like a very uncomfortable bed.
Yeah.
Rod, what do you think it is?
As I said, I would lean towards it. Wonder if it's a totem pole, but I mean, like, I don't know if it,
I believe it was a winch that they could winch stuff up, like out of a well, where you'd like haul stuff up the side,
almost like a dumbwaiter.
Like a dumbwaiter.
But those windows.
I mean, like when Bart Simpson fell in.
But how would you put it outside? Because
there's trapdoors below, I believe.
I don't see them.
On the floor.
I'm not sure if
Interesting. It does, you can see on the top, it does look like it's some kind of a pulley system.
Yeah, I don't think they'd go out the window. I think there was trapdoors out the
Those
side.
Windows are too tiny. They'd never get it through.
Yeah,
those.
the engineering back there is fantastic. But this is all from a castle. This is speaking of Irish castles. And tell you what, I'm glad we don't live in those times, Rod. Holy crap, eh?
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, well, I've seen oh God, what's the movie? The fantasy movie with the French guy and Sean Connery and Highlander. I've seen Highlander enough times to know I would not want to be in the middle of a battle hacking people to death. Like, that does not look like a fun afternoon to me.
It's just a scratch, just a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound.
Yeah, well, the Black Knight in Monty Python, I could laugh at him, but that's Monty Python, though. That's not the real world, right?
No,
No,
but satire is funny. That's why
I love Python. By the way,
you want to see some epic medieval battles, man? Watch Excalibur, man. There's some brutal stuff there. Yeah.
I love that. I saw that movie when it came out. I'm old. I saw that movie in the theater 3 times on the big. You haven't lived till you've seen Excalibur on like 150-foot wide screen in a huge theater.
Yeah.
Wow, what a movie! What a great movie!
I like your avatar, Suzanne. That is a horse-drawn carriage, a sled, a stagecoach sleigh, with kids eating
Cool.
Christmas breakfast in it. That is awesome, Suzanne. This is my buddy Jay and I along Central Ireland, and just when these big purple plants were in bloom,
Nice.
it's really green. There's lots of area, even
Wow.
though Ireland is small. There's lots of areas like this. It's not all just urban. It's beautiful. Yeah, shout out to my friend Jay. I mean, look at that. That's just beautiful, beautiful.
Are those lupins?
You know? Oh, what happened? What? I think they are. Are they not? I think they are.
Well, I remember going back to Monty Python. I remember the Monty Python skit where
gorgeous.
the highwayman would steal lupins to give to the poor.
Uh,
Dennis Moore, da 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 da, and he would. And after a while, they're like, "We can't keep eating lupins. We don't want any more lupins." That was a great sketch. That
do
was
you
so
remember
good.
that?
Oh, I love it. I was a teenager watching Monty Python back in the late 70s, early 80s on PBS Seattle.
Oh yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
had we had it here in the States. It was on Channel 9 here in the New York area. It was always on Channel 9 along with Benny Hill. Benny Hill and Monty Python were on like back to back.
Well, we
Wow.
never got Benny Hill, but we had Python every weekend. We had Python. Yeah, I love Python.
Oh, hey, I want to say hello and happy St. Patrick's Day to Andy Masterson. Welcome, my friend.
Hey, Andy.
We're looking at pictures of Central Ireland right now on my road trip around there.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, Jason.
what's the background story on the real St. Patrick? He must have existed.
Something about snakes. This is Sligo.
Oh, he's the guy that drove the snakes out of Ireland, correct?
Yes.
I believe so. Yep, I believe so. I didn't. That's true. I did not see any snakes. Not one snake in Ireland, other than insurance salesmen
Except for the politicians.
and insurance salesmen. But I love these castles, and they're still standing. You're right, Rod. See, in Canada, we built in Ottawa and Montreal and Quebec. We built a lot of our castles. They were massive, but they were made of wood. And then we built them again out of wood.
Everything here is built out of fucking wood.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mostly. I mean, I'm over exaggerating.
But no, there's a couple. Eventually, I think in Quebec's old Quebec City, they did start using stone.
Well, old Quebec City is an exception to the rest of the country, though, I would think.
And I think there's, like Rod, I don't know. I think there might be some ghost action here. Like there are people actually buried inside these churches on the grounds all over.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the functions of the church grounds was to serve as the burial areas in Europe. If you up here I'm in Jersey, so I'm a little south of New England, but there is up in Connecticut, Massachusetts. If I go up there, all the churches around there, they all have graveyards in around them. So.
Privateers, indeed. Pee Wee Herman's bicycle inside the Alamo. That's my video right there. Thank you, Wes Cagle.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to see the connection between Pee Wee Herman and the Alamo. Like I'm not getting it somehow.
No, I agree.
Yeah, well, they in the movie didn't they tell him that he had to get his bike back. He had to go to the basement in the Alamo. So
yes.
That's where he was heading. Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that in like 40 years or whenever the hell it came out. So. The one thing I remember Pee Wee for us when he got caught in that movie theater. Sad ending, Pee Wee.
Yeah. Well, a happy ending for him, maybe.
Well, maybe he had a happy ending before he got arrested, but
now Paul Rubens passed, right? He passed.
He probably has.
I think he died not too long ago.
I think most people from the 70s, 80s that we used to enjoy are probably gone. I
By
mean,
the way,
damn,
yeah.
people are dying every day. It seems like on Facebook, Brother Jay is always posting another death, and it seems to be a daily event now. Like people, even people I never heard of, he's posting that they passed on. Right? So wow,
Yeah. No, he died in 2023 of lung
wow,
cancer. Lung cancer.
Wow.
Hmm.
jeez.
Wow. Oh, that's
Huh.
sad.
Well,
Yeah.
one notable death was Jack White of the White Stripes. He posted on Facebook. Well, somebody did that. His mother died a couple days ago. She was like really old, like 92. She was old though.
Right.
So
Hi, Suzanne.
Interesting not really point of interest, by the way. I noted that when DJ Play Nice mentioned, I posted it, that Got Wood Canada does. Yeah. Interesting thing, by the way, is that our wood, if it's north of the 49th parallel, that means that our wood is actually, it has survived, those trees have survived winter. And when a tree has to survive winter, like our kinds of winters, like I'm not talking like the pussy little winters that the Americans
Vancouver.
get. No, I'm talking. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking like a -30, -40 type of winters. No, like those trees, the wood actually becomes hardened and developed,
Oh
and
yeah.
thus, when our wood is processed and taken, and our wood, yeah,
there's a joke there.
when our tree, when our trees are processed through the lumber mills, it actually becomes our wood becomes a lot tougher lumber than what the Americans can ever put out, and that's the interesting thing about when the Orange Man mentions that we don't need lumber. Well, yeah, okay, fine. Take your wimpy ass lumber down south, but you can't even come close to the amount of lumber that Canada can put out, and we are
Well,
the world leader in that.
well, it also makes for really good long burning fire.
Yes,
Yeah, the hardwood.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's true.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and Spidey
Absolutely.
can definitely attest to that.
I mean, down here in Jersey, we've got like a lot of pine. That stuff, it burns hot, but it goes so fast. You got to throw stuff on all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
like we build up a fire. We can just sit there and then we can sit there for like an hour or so, and then like before we have to
It's
put
too
that
bad.
muscle.
Now, I'm hoping if you're on a plane and you go, there's no logging up in the Yukon, and because once you get above a certain latitude, the trees are what they call pecker poles. They're too small and they're not economically worth harvesting because they're just they don't grow big. But with global
Yes.
warming, maybe they will start to get bigger up in the Yukon areas and northern.
Are you going to say the Yukon's going to get bigger peckers?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Again, they're going to get stronger wood.
So guess what this building is, Rod? It's St. James Gate. Does that ring a bell?
Nope.
It's sorry, what? St. James Gate?
St. James Gate. This is inside.
99
I honestly feel like I
beer
should
on
know
the
this.
wall.
I really
Bingo.
do, and I think I probably do, but it
Oh,
escapes me.
it is the booze on the wall. Look at that.
99 bottles of booze on the wall.
Oh, where's the? Oh shit! No, I have a picture of the Guinness. This is Guinness Brewery. That's not it.
Nice.
That's the Dublin Castle. That's Western.
Dublin.
No, this is inside. This is the
Oh,
Dublin
there it is.
Gate.
There you go.
This is the brewery, and I've got other pictures of the Guinness factory at St. James Gate. There's inside where all their the history of all their bottles of beer. Yeah, it's right
Wow.
there. That's inside the or inside the complex. It takes up a whole block, but it's really old, that building, eh? And
Yeah.
just there it is. It takes up a whole block, and it was gorgeous.
God, these buildings remind me of going to Catholic school.
Good one there, Sashi. Yes, we do.
Yeah, I'm glad to say, Rod, right here in the Okanagan, the coldest it ever gets is about -20, and I'm happy with that.
And even
Good for you.
minus. And the thing is, when I was a kid, -20, you'd get frostbite without gloves, right?
Yeah.
I
You
went
can.
on
Yeah.
a couple. I went on a couple minus days this winter. It wasn't even that cold, so the climate is definitely not what it was, 50 years ago. It's
Oh,
definitely
good,
not.
No, not at all.
good. Bring on the warmth. And yeah, this is a typical road. See, this is a 2-lane road, and there's rock walls and
What?
hedges.
What? There's two lanes there. I don't see two lanes. I'll see one lane.
It looks like one.
That's
Yeah.
It's
that's
just barely 2 lanes.
yep.
It would be like if this was a Road Warrior movie, it'd be the Road Warrior Suicide Road.
I know, right? And good night,
That's
Sylvia.
horrible.
Thanks
Scary.
for being here, Sylvia.
Hey, good night. I could
No.
not drive. I would not drive that. I would not drive that.
I had a rental car with good insurance.
You better have good
This
insurance.
is
Ah,
Saint
there he is.
Patrick.
St. Patrick. Yeah,
That's him.
there he is. Yeah.
Nice.
That's St. Patrick.
Oh, wow. Cool.
As much as I admire saints, I would not want to be one because I'm aware of what they have to go through.
Yeah, usually they're martyred.
Yeah, usually
yeah.
they have horrible deaths at the end of their career. Usually,
This is the hill of Tara. This is an old druidic gathering site that is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old.
Wow.
This is giant penis.
that looks
Yes.
like a phallic worship post to me.
It's north of Dublin, and it's
Good Lord.
like a really ancient site.
Hey, happy
Oh,
birthday,
my.
Dracul Mihawk. Yeah, it's his
Oh, happy
birthday was
birthday.
last Sunday.
Oh, welcome.
Wow.
Where are you? Oh yeah, thank you. Welcome. And good to see you.
Oh, fantastic. I love
good to see
green
you, man.
rolling hills, man. The green rolling hills of Ireland are beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it is gorgeous landscape for sure. I'm guessing they do get a lot of rainfall there from what I'm seeing.
And not a lot of intense sun either.
Well, the British Isles have that reputation, don't they, for kind of overcast?
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
So this is a structure that was excavated. This is very, very old, and it's on the hill of Tara, or the mound of Tara, and it's druidic, pagan. It's just really, really old, and they figure people actually lived in there, and yeah, there's my buddy Jay hiding behind the tombstone. Oh, and there is a police building, and you can tell because there's cameras everywhere on the thing. And they were
Of
not.
course.
They had machine guns, Rod. I am
Wow.
not kidding.
Cool.
They had machine guns. It was not the best.
Yeah, we like our machine guns here in America. In America.
Well, as long as the cops have them and the bad guys don't, the problem is the bad guys tend to.
Trouble is here in Canada, the bad guys can get the machine guns, and the
Amazon.
average citizens are getting them confiscated. So
Yeah.
go figure. That's liberal Canada, folks, in action.
Well, they've been trying. They've been trying to get rid of our guns down here too. Don't worry about it. They trying.
Yeah, but the thing is, you got a good red president right now that ain't putting up with that crap.
Well, it's individual states too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's a matter of the local government, really.
That's
Yeah.
a cop car. That's the cop paddy wagon.
It's a paddy wagon. Yeah.
They're not screwing around. I mean,
You mean that's not a truck selling ice cream?
that is not an ice cream truck.
I'm here now. Ice
No.
cream.
And if you, this is you know where this is? This is what's the town in Northern Ireland? Belfast. This is Belfast.
Looks like an ice cream truck. I'm sorry.
This is It does kind of. You're right, but this
Or
is
an
Belfast. and look at all the
If I saw
murals.
that truck, I wouldn't be afraid.
Are those on regular houses or are
My God,
those
it is a
like
police truck.
churches?
It is a police truck. Yeah.
Was this when the troubles were happening? They used to decorate all the
Yes.
walls with political,
Yep, to commemorate.
political nasty one side or the other, back and forth.
And look at that. You can take what's called a black taxi ride, and they take you around. The taxi driver is like a tour guide, and he was showing us. There's a newspaper article about it. This guy was killed by a police rubber bullet. Well, there's his cell phone, and there's a rubber bullet beside it. Oh yeah, like
That's big, man.
that's what they were
Holy
shooting
shit.
as non-lethal.
Well, anybody who thinks rubber bullets are harmless is never
Been hit
paid
by one.
attention.
Never
Yeah.
had one hit them.
We had the Stanley Cup riot back in 1990 something when I was at art school. I almost drove into the middle of it. Thank God I was running out of gas, so I went up another street and I avoided all that shit. But they were rioting because Vancouver lost the Stanley Cup that night.
Yep.
Yeah, the New York Rangers beat them like I think 1 or 2 goals. And
Wasn't it overtime?
yeah, it was. I think it was overtime. It was a very close game for most
That
of
was
it.
not. That was 94, right? 94.
Something like that. Yeah, early 90s. I was
right.
down in Vancouver then still. And I'll never forget that damn referee. I still remember his name, Koharski. He made a couple of really god-awful calls against the Canucks in that game. To this day, I still think they might have got the Stanley Cup if that bastard hadn't railroaded them with those god-awful calls. Okay, I'm a Canucks fan. I admit it. I'm
I was
There's
actually
nothing wrong with that. You're Canadian. Hey.
I was rooting for them because I didn't want the Rangers to win because as a Flyer fan, I love chanting 1940 at the Rangers fans. So
Yeah.
Well, the thing was too. To this day, the Canucks have never won a Stanley Cup, which is
Not
pretty
yet.
sad since they entered like 1970 into the league, I believe.
Mm.
But the thing was, they were totally mediocre during the regular season. Nobody thought they'd ever make the playoffs that year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were supposed to just be done at the end of the season because they kind of were half-assed. And then somehow they got into the playoffs and they went to Game 7 against Calgary. That was I'll never forget that because my buddy and I were at the pub having a couple beers, watching it on the big TV screen, and I think it was triple overtime. It was tied, and then Pavel Bure, the Russian Rocket, as we love to call him, skated up the middle of the fucking ice and planted that winning goal right in the middle of Calgary's net. And oh my, that's got to be one of the highlights in Canuck history. We were like cheering, and then they went to round 2. Then they beat Toronto, they beat Dallas. They were crushed. They were on a roll. They were crushing every team they came against, and then they almost got the Rangers, and it was so damn close to this day.
Well,
No, I hear you.
the Rangers did have a good team that year. I mean,
Well, they had a good team, but Canucks were underdogs, but they had a team that rallied, and guys that were not superstars became very good players, and it's just they became a really good group of very close minded players. They were on a mission.
Yep.
You could feel it. You could feel it watching them game after game. These guys were motivated. They were on a mission. They wanted to kick ass and beat the world. And it was a thing of beauty. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going on.
No. That I was just saying. That's the black taxi. See, he took us all around these Belfast neighborhoods, and there's inside the black taxi right there. And notice how he's the taxi driver. He's on the wrong side of the car.
Yeah, that's where the steering wheel is on all the postal vehicles. I'm telling you, it's really weird driving a postal vehicle here in the States.
Rod, would you mind reading this for my good friend Lemon?
Yeah, lemon pie citrus says It's not accurate to say St. Patrick drove the pagans out. In fact, during his time, pagans tried to drive Christians out of Ireland.
Oh.
No, Lemon. I meant actual snakes, like
Yeah,
slimy.
snakes. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Oh, and Rod, DJ is replying to your adding to your comment. Do you mind reading that if you can see it?
Yep. DJ Plainice says, I saw that earlier. DJ Plainice says Canada has fewer tree species. Yeah, no, that's right. But I mean, they're fucking strong. Yeah, compared to the U.S., and we have almost the same species as Canada here. Winter is creating hardening is a thing. Yep. Don't know how dormancy it affects them. Yeah, cool. Yes, that's absolutely true.
Yep.
All I know is wood from Canada burns like forever, but you throw it in the fire. So
Old hickory, yeah.
Well, trees got to be tough up here.
That's the Land Rover Defender, says Sashi. And Sashi
the police
says,
vehicle, yeah.
No kidding.
Oh yeah, I thought it was.
does
I
look
thought
like
that
a
was
Land
familiar.
Rover.
Yeah,
It does
Land
look like a
Rover.
Land
Yes.
Rover, yeah.
That was a big rubber bullet. Lemon pie. Lemon pie also says rubber bullets are there so they can say, "Hey, we only use rubber bullets." Oh
Pretty
my god!
much, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no shit.
I was going to say my Stanley Cup. I got off of my horse tangent like I often do. One of the leaders climbed up on a light pole, and
I think I saw a video of that.
and they
Wow.
they ended his life with a rubber bullet to the head. I remember that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Northern Ireland.
The thing is, all this drama was going about 6 blocks away from my apartment block. It wasn't far away. I almost drove into if I drove into the middle, my car would have been destroyed. I probably would have been dead. But I was running low on gas, and I went down another road to get gasoline. Oh, to this day, I'm so thankful that I made that decision.
Well, I'll tell you, it's as far as sports riding goes, Philly, nobody can hold a candle to Philly. These guys in Philly, if they lose, if they're in a championship and they don't win, which happens often, God, they burn down everything.
Wow.
They're
Well,
outrageous.
that's like Montreal. Even if they win the Stanley Cup, they'll burn the town down, right? It's like,
You know what? I like Montreal. I am still very upset that they moved the Expos out of Montreal.
Yes, me too.
Well,
absolutely.
I'm pissed off that we never got a baseball team in Vancouver, but I guess the market, the market is not big enough. I guess because I'm a Mariners fan. I've always cheered for the Mariners, and my cousin and I actually went down there like back in the late '90s, and we saw a couple of games when Ichiro was there.
Yeah.
And,
me too. I saw Ichiro in person from
Cool.
Japan. He was incredible.
Great weekend. It was a great weekend because they won. They kicked the ass of the opposing team both games. The first night I think we were down row 7, and Ichiro walked along, so we got a really good up close view of him walking to the outfield. And they beat the crap out of. I think that was the night when what's his name, the pitcher. Oh God, he's one of the oldest pitchers in the league. Then
Nolan, was it Nolan?
Nolan Ryan?
No. One of the Seattle pitchers.
No, not Randy Johnson. No,
Randy was gone. Randy was gone by then. Oh crap! I wish I could remember because he pitched a near perfect game. None of the other team got on. Even I don't think they even got on base. It was like an hour and 40 minutes, and the game was over. That's how good it was. And then the next night we had the nosebleeders, but it didn't matter because that night the Mariners beat the other team 8-0 or whatever. They just kept knocking balls out of the park, and the other team was like, "Oh, we might as well go home right now." So it was a good weekend. And then my cousin, knowing Seattle, back when Seattle was safe and you could walk around before the crazy people took over downtown. We went to a bar where all the chicks are scantily clad and they dance on the bar, and you buy your drink, and while you're drinking it, they're dancing around your drink in their cowboy boots or whatever the hell they're wearing, and then they'll squat down when you're finishing your drink and they go, "Would you like another drink, honey?" Oh man, that was a great night. I gotta say, that was a good one.
So PvP, when you mentioned Montreal earlier, I have a question for you then too.
Sure.
So, who was the greatest hockey goalie in history?
Oh, would it be Gila? Was it Gila? It was Gila. No, he wasn't. Was Gila for a goalie? I'm not up on my
he was the
goalies.
goalie.
Not up on my goalies, but I'm guessing it would be some goalie in Montreal based.
You're right. And
I thought that would have been Martin Van Beesbrook.
nope, nobody even comes close to Ken Dryden because he played 8 seasons. That's it. Fucking, I'm bored. I'm retired. He got six Stanley Cups. Technically, he got 7, but I mean, like, he didn't play that year either, because he sat out because he felt that the amount the money that they offered him insulted him. But Ken Dryden, he's the guy who you may have seen the picture of him leaning forward on his hockey stick, also known as the thinker pose. And he played, get this, he played 6 pro games and then carried on to finish off and they finished off the Boston Bruins, at that time the greatest team in and they were in the middle of they're at the end of their dynasty actually, and Ken Dryden stopped them cold, and he won the I believe it was the Conn Smythe Trophy, which is the greatest playoff player trophy, and then he hoisted the Stanley Cup, and he hoisted the Stanley Cup before he won Rookie of the Year, and then went on to lead the Canadians into their dynasty year, final dynasty year of 6 Stanley Cups, and then he got bored and retired. Literally, I'm reading his book right now, The Game, and he said actually too, like, what happens when you play games so much that you get that you actually find yourself getting bored. So no other goalie comes close. I mean, 6 Stanley Cup rings. I mean, shit. Some goalies are lucky to get like 1 Stanley Cup. He got 6 and then retired. 8 seasons.
I wish more people would have the guts and the brains to retire when they get bored. Really, Rod. I mean, we've seen too many, not just sports celebrities, but movie celebrities, music celebrities.
Yep.
They go like 20, 30 years past their prime and they suck. And
yes.
I admire a man that knows when he said, "I'm bored and I don't want to do this shit anymore." I have a huge amount of respect for a man that is that honest. I really do.
Well, and then he retires to become a lawyer, and the year that he took off, and the year that he took off, even his first year, he was racing between like his studies and like he was often late for practices because he was studying his, oh crap, I got a hockey practice, and then like he would show up and then he would literally, it was like he'd been playing like all his life, and like guys who were playing against him, Phil Esposito hated him. Phil Esposito despised that thinker stance. He'd sit there in that stance until somebody crossed the blue line. Then he'd get prepared. Like that, and like you said, that it was also like he was playing chess when the other team players were playing checkers. He had them already figured out. He's sitting there and like that pose said to them, "I've already figured you out." Like. Yeah, no, and then like to retire to become a lawyer, and then even after a lawyer, he went on to become serve 8 years as a MP. Not to mention that he was also several times color commentator on CBC. So, Man, no other goalie, as far as I'm concerned, even comes close to what he accomplished.
Wow.
I know I'm blowing him up, but
Wow.
he deserves it.
Rod, can I get you, if you don't
Yeah.
mind, ask, because Sashi put a really cool comment in here about Malaysian police.
Oh, yeah. Malaysian police still use the Land Rover Defender. Aluminum body, so rust isn't much of an issue. No, and that's good. And like, what's his name? Jeremy Clarkson. Yeah, he's reviewed the Land Rover, and he has one himself. So don't need to tell you how much he likes it.
Yeah, Lumen is good. Lumen is good.
Said, do you guys like sheep? Because there's one.
Oh, and by the way, DJ Planis LTL, less than lethal, beanbag rounds too. Never been hit by one, but been tased and tear gas. I prefer all of them to lead. Yeah,
Yep. Same.
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
LTL is also a trucking term. It means that you're going to a place. Your pickup is LTL. That means less than trailer load. Means you only have one or two things to pick up. Doesn't fill your full trailer.
Oh,
Well, that's
Interesting.
not optimal then. No.
no.
It's not less than lethal. No.
Oh, West Kegel, do you mind reading this, please?
Oh yes, Sashi says he gives us a fun fact. He
Ooh.
says the Land Rover Defender in pickup configuration is considered rare, but Malaysia has a lot of them because they were used by the police and health services because we had rough terrain.
Makes sense.
That does
Yeah.
make sense.
Yep.
And yes, that was Bush in that mural. Yeah, the video that I took.
Friggin' Bush.
Yeah. And what's the name of that goalie again, Rod?
Oh, Ken Dryden.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Mhm.
And less than load. Yep, says DJ Planos. He confirms. Yeah. So, and this is just more of Ireland in the as the sun is coming up.
Looks like it's right out of Lord of the Rings.
Man, it's gorgeous there. Speaking of sun coming up, I think it is actually
Less than trailer load.
after midnight now. So I
Oh, 142 here.
oh no, it's okay. Yeah, it's coming up. It's only 11, but
Ah.
I do have something to share that I did say I had. Right here.
I like that indie picture next to you, Spidey. It is awesome.
And this is yeah. I love this too. Thanks. Oh, here it is. Right there. And here, I told you I had it.
Ah,
Yeah, there's the Guinness factory right at St. James Gate.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, you know what? Dublin is gorgeous. It does have some green space. But yeah, there's the St. James Gate Brewery and Pub right in Dublin. And there's I could climb that fucker. I could get over that.
Get out.
For beer, definitely I could get over that. No question.
I think you need a step stool.
It would take me a while. It would take me a while. Or I could build a step stool. That's fine.
That's the
But,
problem with us short guys, huh, Spidey? We can't get over high gates.
That is true. But you know, I know how to.
We're determined. We might be short,
can
Spidey,
climb.
but we're determined.
I can climb. And so yeah, this is just speaking of, that is a Roman aqueduct.
Nice.
We were talking about stonework and masonry that lasts a long time. That's a friggin' Roman aqueduct.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's covered in trees, mind you, but that is a Roman aqueduct that is still existing in today. And here's a really old castle. Sorry, I don't know what the name of it is. But again, the wooden roofs are missing. Just the support timbers would have been just rotted out to heck. Or fire, or who knows. But I love these old I guess Celtic style carvings in the graveyards and around the tombstones and the cathedrals. Does that look Celtic to you guys?
Yeah, it looks like a representation of a druid.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that. Well, gosh, I mean, I'm not sure what the hell that looks like. That is. Do you think that some of the Vikings landed in not only England but in Canada because they have uncovered East Coast settlements buried that
Oh
the
well, that
Vikings might have lived in for a few years?
well, the
In
Vikings
Newfoundland.
the Vikings named Newfoundland.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, by the way, I finally remembered my favorite Mariners pitcher. He's a guy called Jamie Moyer.
Ah,
Jamie Moyer was incredible. He pitched
never
into, I
heard
think-
of him.
Oh, fuck, he's fantastic. I think he pitched into his 50s. And he pitched mostly for the Mariners, but I think he ended up eventually in New York. And I think there was one other team he pitched for a few years, but he was mainly known as the Mariners pitcher. Jamie was one of those slow hand, underhand. He was that guy that would throw a pitch and, it would go under. He could go under or over where the batter was going to fucking try to swing. And I can't remember how many batters he got out because he was a master of the sleight hand. That's why I loved him. He wasn't a power pitcher. He wasn't fast, but man, he was smart. He was one of the smartest pitchers I ever watched. I love Jamie Moyer. And I saw that game. I saw that game that night. He struck out everybody. It was like an hour and 40 minutes. Like most games go to what, 2.5 hours. We were out of there in an hour and 40.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Because they kicked the ass of the other team. They couldn't get on base because they kept striking them out, right?
Yes.
It was a thing of beauty, guys. It really was.
And yes, they make Guinness World Book of Records at the Guinness Brewery.
And yeah, actually, Major Hay, that's actually the whole reason why the Guinness Book of World Records was created was actually to create bar talk.
Oh,
Yeah. So that give you something to talk about when you go to the bar and you're having a few pints, and then like you got something to talk about. Hey, or probably even bring the book with you. Yeah.
So the bartender would put the book on the bar and people would thumb through it, I'm guessing.
Probably, yeah.
nice. Ooh, Voodoo Ranger, man! I wish I had a Voodoo Ranger right now. Lemon pie; those are delicious microbrewed beers out of Colorado, I believe, at 7%, 6.9. Some of them are up to 12, though.
You're talking like wine at that point.
It's a barley wine almost. Yeah, it does sound like a barley wine, doesn't it? Do Guinness there at the brewery taste better than one you get in Canada? Yeah, I think so. The Guinness that I got in, because you can get it right from pubs that are just delivered right around. It's all over the place. Tastes fresher. Of course, it did. It wasn't shipped thousands of kilometers. Absolutely, I think so. Yeah, 100%.
It's probably like Foster's Australian beer here. It's like it ain't bad, but it's not going to be the original, the Australian experience.
Well, Australians consider Foster's piss. So.
Yeah, they don't drink.
No, but that's the one Australian beer that's kind of known over here.
It is, and you can get it here, but it's
thanks to Paul Hogan, yeah.
Or Belgian beers. I don't know how old this is, but this looked really old.
Yeah.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
My Aussie brother-in-law told me actually that if you want a really, really good Australian beer and probably knock yourself out, walk into an Aussie bar and order 4X.
I like 4X.
Yeah. See,
it's from Brisbane. I've been near the Suncorp Stadium. I've been through the brewery.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's a good
nice
beer.
to have somebody endorse it too.
No, I like 4X definitely. Yeah, it's right out of Brisbane, a Queensland beer.
Yes.
But yeah, that's I just really like this. It looked really old.
That's a stunning photograph, brother.
Yeah, thanks.
That looks old. What the hell is growing on it?
Lichen,
yeah.
some kind. I don't know how long it takes for it to grow, but
I've not seen white and yellow. Usually it's green, but I imagine it could be white and yellow. Yeah.
You know what's sad is when you walk through old cemeteries and the gravestones are almost illegible because there's weathering or shit growing on them.
Yeah.
No,
I've actually seen a I think it was on YouTube somewhere. God, I wish I had saved the channel. A guy who goes around to old cemeteries and he actually cleans the. Actually, I think it was down in New Orleans he was doing it because it was all those above ground graveyards. You know they don't in New Orleans they don't bury them under the ground because of the water table.
yeah.
So and he was going around restoring all the stones. It was really impressive.
Nice pun there, lemon pie. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Lemon.
So there's a 2-lane. See, there's a 2-lane road.
There you go. It still looks like 2 bicycle lanes, though.
It does, doesn't it?
It does. Well, the same thing. I mean, like when I was in Cuba, here's Rod blowing up Cuba. No, when the Cuban roads too, same thing. The roads are just 2 lanes. Yeah, in fact, even and it's actually kind of part of Cuban culture. And when I say part of Cuban culture, is in like you slow, you slow down. No, I mean, because that's how Cubans are. They're just relaxed. They're taking it easy. They're not trying to speed anywhere. And so, like, they're just taking it slow. And then when there's vehicle coming, and like they go slow and just pass each other just to make sure that like they're watching them. And then they usually wave to each other too.
Yeah, when you see another car coming the other way, both of you hold your breath as you go past each other.
That's right. Tuck in the gut.
Yeah.
So this is not from a plane. This is the highway. It got elevated a little bit. So
my God.
It does have some hills.
Does have some height, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Hobbiton Roads, exactly, Jason Love. And thank you, DJ Play Nice, reminding everyone, make sure your subscription is active and the alert bell is set to all. Thumb up and show, and when it ends, leave a comment. It only takes a moment, and it does help out a lot. Thank you, DJ, and you're one that does all the time, so I appreciate that, my friend.
Yeah, we'll get you monetized any day now, Spidey. And then YouTube will take it away the next day.
That's swell. And then I'll be pressured, like, oh shit, I gotta put out. Like I can't cancel. I gotta do. But look how it looks like you're. It overlooks quite a bit of the land there.
Yeah. Hmm? You can see, God. You can see for what is it? The Who song? You can see for miles and miles. Yeah, wow.
And miles and miles. By the way, did you hear the background on the Who song when Paul McCartney of the Beatles heard that?
No.
Well, Paul McCartney heard Pete Townsend bragging about Miles and Miles, the song, and Townsend was saying, "We just put out the heaviest song in history," and McCartney heard him. Yeah, McCartney heard him brag, and he's like, "Oh, okay, Pete, I'm going to show you what a really heavy song is." And then they made Helter Skelter. And if anybody hasn't heard Helter Skelter, you think Beatles were a boy band in 1962, which they kind of were. Want to hold your hand and all that lovey-dovey stuff. But you go through like 6 years later, and they're doing stuff like Helter Skelter.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love the Beatles, because it's still, in my opinion, no other band ever progressed in such a short amount of years as the Beatles did, because they went from like innocuous teen lovely stuff to hardcore rock and roll by the time 1970 when they broke up. Helter Skelter, well, I don't know what Pete, I've never heard what Pete Townsend thought when he heard that, but I bet he was like, oh shit.
No, they did come a long way. And as a matter of fact, Abbey Road, which actually was recorded after Let It Be, although they came out reversed.
Yeah,
Abbey Road's probably my favorite album. I love the songs on that one.
I think it's a lot of Beatles fans' favorite album. Actually, I think Abbey Road is a classic. I like side 2 a lot more than side 1 because as much as I like side 1, I'm not a fan of every song on it. But side 2 with that medley, that is a freaking masterpiece. There's no denying that. And then when you end your career with a song called "The End,"
Yeah.
jeez, how better can it get? And then they did the Majesty song. The Majesty's a pretty gal, and I gotta drink a lot of wine. It's like, oh my god, this is so good. Anyway,
Man, I'm expecting to see fairies come out of that picture, Spidey.
I tell you, we just did a road trip around Ireland, and that's what you come across.
did you see any fairies when you were there, Spidey?
I
Oh,
did not.
Were they wearing boots?
No.
Da, 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 da.
Rubber
Black
Soul.
Sabbath. Black Sabbath.
I don't know Rubber Soul.
Good song.
Oh, that's a good album too. Rubber Soul's a good album.
Rubber
too.
Soul is, I think, when the Beatles finally got into the modern progression of their music with that album. You could argue Revolver, I suppose, as well. Kind of mid-career Beatles, but both good albums.
And Jason Love says, remember when Roger Daltrey was in Highlander, the series, as Hugh Fitzcairn?
Oh, I forgot they made a series with that. That's right. Yeah.
I remember the series, but I saw a few eps and I haven't seen it in like decades. So
Yeah, no, I've not seen it. Rod, have you seen it?
Seen what?
The Highlander, the TV series.
Yeah, I watched some of it, but then I was just kind of a purist, and I was always balls up for the first one, but then second one kind
You didn't like the quickening?
of kind of jumped the shark there.
So this is a scale model of a castle, and here's the real castle.
Cool.
So if you go inside the castle, and then you can see the scale model of it and what it actually looked like back in the day. And then you're walking around. See, the village was on the other side of the moat because all the important people were on the inside, protected by the walls.
Oh, of course.
The commoners were in the houses on the other side of the drawbridge.
Nothing's changed in centuries.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, you mean the rich people, not the...
Yeah.
Exactly, Rod.
Well, that's when the commoners, when there was an attack, they had to flee and try to get themselves across the causeway into the citadel. And if they didn't make it, when the drawbridge came up, too bad for you.
That's actually great. There was no Highlander sequel.
There was no. Highlander has 6 seasons, though, but it kind of sucked. Yeah, it could have been better.
I watched some of it. It didn't seem too bad, but I haven't watched many episodes. But I loved the first film, and then I heard it totally jumped the shark after that. So
yeah.
First film is genius. So I mean, Queen's music.
Totally.
I forget the bad guy actor, but oh my god, he is scary as hell.
Christopher Lambert.
He's a great actor. He was great.
Yeah.
And
this is the dungeon, the prison.
I mean, Sean Connery playing a Spaniard who is actually an Egyptian, talking in Sean Connery's Scottish vocal or whatever. You gotta laugh your ass off at that. That is gold. I love Sean. He was a national treasure. He really was.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. There's one. He was in. He's not known for it, but I liked him in. There was a movie. It was supposedly an appendix to the Robin Hood story. Robin Marion. It was a good movie.
I've heard of that movie. I have not seen it.
Pretty good. It's when Robin and Robin comes back from crusading with Richard, and he comes back to find that the sheriff has reinstated his iron-fisted rule over everything.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
it's kind of like a liberation romance story. I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Yep.
McLeod
Yeah.
then became the god of thunder, Raiden.
By the way, since we're talking about swashbucklers, how about Princess Bride? Like, I put that off for like 20 years because I thought, oh, this is a chick flick. I will hate this. This will
Oh
be
no, it's a
crap.
good movie.
Holy
Same.
crap!
And then I watched it and I was like, this is fucking great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. It is
I mean,
very
the,
good.
the sword,
It took you 20
sword,
years.
the sword battle halfway through the movie is like,
Antego Montoya, he is
Oh.
my favorite character. Him and Andre.
he is so good. Oh,
Inigo Montoya.
Andre is great. Oh my God, he's so good. You know, people could write him off as a dumb wrestling giant, but he was He was really funny in that movie. Really good. I love that movie. I mean, I put it, as I say, I didn't watch it for years and years because I thought, oh, this will be some really crapola chick flick garbage. And then I watched and I was like, this is nothing what I thought it would be. This is actually really good.
There is DJ Pilly Nice, the famous line.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, West.
Hello, my name is Intego Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. I can never say his name right. I can never say it right.
No, it's a hard word.
But it's that is a great he's so great. And then Wesley as the Dread Pirate, even though we know, even with his mustache, we know it's him. Well, I mean, everybody except his girlfriend knows it's him. But they're sword fighting. They actually trained for, I believe, a couple of months with one of the expert swordsmen alive at the time.
Mhm.
And you watch that duel with their swords, and it is very, very, very impressive. Like, these guys knew how to handle those swords. They really did.
Yep.
Yes.
I like how each
Yeah,
of
we
them
went from left to right.
Yep. Yeah. They're fighting. Each of them is fighting left-handed at first. I like you. What you don't know is that I'm not left-handed either.
Yeah, neither of them. Yeah, that's a good when they both switch hands. Yeah,
That's funny. That is funny.
but it's so good because he doesn't want to kill him, so he just knocks him in the head, right? And then what's this? I have the utmost respect for you. I think he says before he leaves. Like, great stuff. Great stuff.
Does anyone know what we're looking at?
A beaker of what is that they used to drink in the days back in Paris when they wanted to get high?
That is not a beaker. That is a window through the castle wall.
It's a murder hole.
A murder hole.
Jesus Christ.
Yep, for arrows.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. You're looking out through the
so
castle wall.
They would shoot the arrows out to the attackers to
Yep.
murder them.
Through that.
And it's nice and narrow. This way, the odds of you getting return fire are lower.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'd be much harder from 100 yards out to hit that window.
Oh, yeah.
Well, listen, man. I am now sitting. I'm actually below what I was last time when I left. I'm at 15%, and I'm also getting pretty tired too.
Thanks,
I've been
Rod.
going to bed earlier. So
No, I'm going to end it here.
Have a good one.
I
Yeah,
think
thanks,
I'll
man.
end it
You
here,
too.
buddy.
Good night.
Yeah.
All right, Rod, man. Take care, brother.
Yeah, you
Good
too,
night,
man.
Rod.
See you guys. Have a good one.
Night.
Night.
Before I end it, Wes Cagle, do you have anything you'd like to say?
The only thing I like to say is, "Oh, Canada." I love you, brothers up there. Love you guys.
Thanks, man.
Well,
YouTube, we have to call it the deletion hole. Thank you, Lemon Pie.
I so much used to love. Up until about 15 years ago, I love my country with great pride, and when I see what the Liberals have done the last 11 years, I'm actually, I'm ashamed to be a Canadian now because
Don't be ashamed. Be ashamed of your government, not of your country.
but there's so many millions of libtards that still are going to vote for this crappy government, and I'm so angry.
It'll come around again, hopefully. I hope.
Well, when they let the Ayatollah in, is now in the streets today promoting terrorism.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, what do you think about Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, France? There's got to be a turning point in all these countries eventually, does there not? Like,
Yeah.
people will swallow so much bullshit, and then one day when there's enough murder and abuse, and well, it's like we talked about the beautiful kingdom. I think was it Ireland, maybe Scotland. The sexual assaults going on there from unlicensed immigrants just pouring in on boats. People are getting pissed off. People are getting really angry. Like, I've seen videos where people are just starting to attack these immigrants because the immigrants come in. They get, what was it in Scotland, the main city? They got a $2 billion
Glasgow,
a $2 billion hotel that the government bought for illegals to live in, and I got to work my ass off to pay my rent. And these people are getting free rent on the government. It's like, there's going to be a breaking point when, I hate to say this, but
DJ.
I fear it, but there'll be blood in the streets eventually. It's going to happen.
That's my concern. Something has to give the other shoe drop.
I hate to say that, but I think it's going to happen.
Hopefully, we can prevent that because it's just going to lead to bad.
Well, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's basically Ontario and Quebec that are really bad. I haven't seen much of it. Well, except they reposted that video from the Vancouver Art Gallery 2 years ago. Did you see that on Facebook this week?
No, what happened in the Vancouver Art Gallery? I haven't been there in years.
Oh, they were burning the Canadian flag, chanting "Death to Canada, death to the United States, death to Israel." That was like a couple years ago.
See,
it's a very old video, but somebody reposted it.
That should get you deported.
Yeah.
Well, why were there no police there?
They're busy. There's
if I went death to Iranian terrorists, they'd grab me in handcuffs right away, would they not?
Yes, they would. They're too busy chasing people down for Facebook posts.
Well, just like that poor lady, they showed up at her door and threatened her with arrest if she said anything about Carney again. Like,
that's it.
See,
but these people should have been arrested. They all should have been arrested that night.
It would have been better off if you guys had joined us during the revolution. Nice. We could have been all one country.
You have a missile strike.
There's many Canadians that want to be the 51st state.
Well, you know what? As big a country as you guys are, we would probably need to make you about 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 different states.
I was gonna say there's some. I'm not sure you want Quebec. That's maybe not part of
the thing.
Now we need places for all the liberals to run to when they ruin their states, so they can go up there.
The thing is, BC's got a commie EB premier. That's not going to happen. Alberta's the main one, maybe Saskatchewan. Manitoba's also got another NDP commie.
Yeah.
By the way, he blamed the oil shortage on Trump the other day in a video. It's like, it was just so dumb.
Yeah, but you've got Alberta and Saskatchewan are good. We'll take them. But then the eastern sections of BC and the western sections of Manitoba, we'll take those too, because
it's only the west coast in BC that are NDP.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need the eastern part of BC.
The western part where I am, we all voted conservative in the last election on West Kegel.
It's the big cities.
But what pisses me off is Ontario and Quebec get billions and billions and billions of dollars from the western provinces. every year
True.
with these transfer payments, as
Mhm.
they're called. We subsidize these cocksuckers and keep them wealthy. And yet, when you look at the numbers of ridings, representations in Western Canada, we got no shit chance of ever electing anybody because our compared to Ontario and Quebec, we got no representation. So it's like that old Tea Party thing, right? You know, without representation, and you can finish that statement,
No,
right? It's
no,
like,
no taxation
Tax-
without
that's right.
representation.
That's
Yes.
right.
yeah, and we're
Yeah.
getting taxed to death, and we have no representation. So
That's true.
this
All right. Well,
country is
thanks for
totally
being here,
corrupt.
PvP. Thanks for being here, West Cagle.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
thank you for being
Oh,
here.
by the
Chad.
way, I want to
Excellent
be
question.
positive at the end. Don't forget to check out that Firefly video because
Yes, yeah.
if it actually happens, it's looking promising.
I hope so. I hope.
Well,
they
I'm a
keep-
huge brown coat, so
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
hope it happens. I mean, I hope.
All right. Good night, folks. We've got hope for Firefly. Yeah.
Well, it's
Have a good
nice,
night.
nice to have hope. So good night,
Yep.
everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yes.